the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let us place look good, my brother. Let us place keep clean, my sister. Let us place look good, my brother. Let us place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let us my brother. Come along, come along, brother. Come along,
Hey, good morning and welcome to the program today. Today is Wednesday the 4th, Wednesday the 4th of May, 2022, and the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, and yeah, that's it. Somebody called me and remind me that today is when them celebrate as Teachers Day, well this month. A lot of celebration of about young people, because you have the child month and you have Mother's Day that is about young people, and also Teachers Day, because two of the most dedicated institutions in human life and human affairs are motherhood, one half of parenthood, and education, which is To be beneficial. To be beneficial. Education and the activity of teachers should be informed by how to guide the young out of erroneous and detrimental practices that are here in the world, in the community before young born. Alright, let's get straight to the telephone. Good morning, welcome. Morning, welcome.
Morning,
Welcome.
Mr. Small.
How you doing? Mr. Brown that?
Yes, man.
Oh, go on, sir.
You know that card?
Eh?
I hear you and a lady was talking about. Yes, sir.
Yes. When? Yesterday?
Yes. All the time me hear it, so me come this morning to ask you a question.
Yeah.
But you see, that they say, this talk show what you I penetrate your talk show more than any other talk show.
Yes, sir.
So I decided to ask you, the person who pilot pronounced to go on the cross was a woman or a man.
The man when named Panchos Pilate we talk about.
Yes, sir.
There was a ruler and a judge under Rome, in a Rome. Yeah, there was a ruler and a judge in a Rome government, right?
Yeah.
And them charge somebody with claiming say him is the ruler of the people. In other words, say, and Rome is really the ruler of the people. Who them the charge?
Yeah, and that man never do nothing. That person who them charge, I think that person, I never see that person as a woman. I see him as a man.
Yeah, what him name again? What the person name again?
But them accept the crucified.
Yes.
I think that man was Jesus Christ.
Alright, yes, alright. So you say, what is it about whether him was whether the person charged?
I know I like area people.
Yes.
If Jesus is a man.
No, me ask people if God is a male or a female or otherwise.
Then you see a man with them crucified when named Jesus.
Yes.
Now him them say is a God.
Yes, some people say so. Some people say so.
But I want to know if it's a woman or a man was on that cross.
Well,
Two other man either side of him.
well, what the report we hear say is a male. The report we hear is a male, and him born as a little boy. But hold on there. But hold on there now. As I say, it's not that man I asked the woman if it is a male or a female. No. I asked, not the lady alone. Generally speaking, sometimes, every now and again, I ask people if God is male. God is male or God is female. So what you understand God to mean?
I understand him to be a man.
No, I say the word God and the name God stand for what?
I think the word God is a man who rules, the great ruler.
Yes. So the God where you hear them describe in the Bible,
Yes.
that God you say is a man?
I say, is you see a man with them God named Jesus Christ?
Alright, before we reach Jesus, you remember what news that comes to a baby going born?
Yes.
And then afterward the news comes to the baby born?
Yes.
And afterward the years that some people have searched till them find the baby?
Then find him.
Alright. Now before that baby born and before we hear the news that a baby going born, God wasn't in the mind of people long before that.
Well, Mr. Smart, as a man who never go to a high school, I go to Chetola Park and Kingston Senior.
That's great.
That's where I went to get a knowledge. So the man who them say is Jesus Christ is also in them proclaimed as God Almighty.
All right, then before Jesus Christ born, remember Sam did born? Don't them say him born at a certain time?
Yeah, them born in a manger.
Yeah, so before him born now, him was God Almighty before him born.
Well, it couldn't be God Almighty because he never born.
Exactly. So God Almighty now. God Almighty could have born after everything else in the world.
No, because the thing what I want that this thing one that me and puzzle me still I say.
Yeah.
If I could have get you one way to talk, I would ask you.
Yeah. Right.
So I say I must ask you this question because when I hear the man say, Father.
Yeah.
So I
Who's the father? Who's the father?
the preacher.
Yeah.
And it's God him a preach to.
Yes. The preacher referred to God as Father, right?
Yes, yes.
And because the preacher referred to God as Father, most of us come take that view, say God is Father, right?
A man.
Yes, a man. But then how God could be a man? A man come lately. Man come lately, you know. How God could be man?
No, it seems just smart.
Eh?
You see, the thing with me, you know, why I call you to ask you this thing. This thing been bothering me.
Yeah, you tell
Because I
me.
hear you ask, Jesus is a man.
No, I never asked if Jesus is a man. I'm correcting you again. I never asked if Jesus is
You
a man.
ask if God is a man.
No, I asked if God is a male
Yeah.
or a female.
Yeah, but
Alright.
if you ask me that, I would tell you, say yes. If it's the man who was crucified.
No, you mix up it too. You mix up it too. A long time they mix it up long before you born. You know. It mix up before you born. You know.
Yeah, so...
No, hold on. Stop, Delico. Stop. I said the thing mix up from before you were born, you know. Long time it mix up. And then when me and you go to school, at Chetola Park and Kingston Senior School, and Vals Prep School and all them things there, them hand it down to we mix up too. And we are little children. So when little children, you call little children and say, sit down there. And you give them some tea, or you give them some Milo, or you give them some lemonade. It don't mix already, you know. You mix it from in the kitchen. You know. And bring it, come give them. And the little children so glad to be cared for. Because children love to be cared for. That when them say you tell them sit down, and you go for things and come give them. And before the thing reach at the table, it smells so nice. The little children just feel nice and know say, I am being taken care of. And them give them the drink in the cup and it mix up already from in the kitchen. So when you get it now and drink it down, it mix up already. So them feed with palm mix up thing, you know. You didn't know that?
Well, is that
It
no?
mix up from before we born. Sometimes the tea draw and the Milo mix from before we born, you know. And then come give with it and then come hot it up over. Them what you call it, they rehash it. And the leftovers them are hot up and give. I'm just so glad for it as little children. We have to drink down the mix up thing. And it's sweet in the mouth. Don't it sweet in the mouth?
Yes, man.
But see it, you know, way up in our 70 and 80, you know. It come like it bitter in the belly because them give a mix up thing from morning. Yeah.
So that's why, and it's not the first I hear you ask if God is a man.
Alright, make we go to the God, the name and the word God.
Because the man who was crucified Jehovah, tell me something now. Educate me. Not him them call God.
Some people call him God, yes. But they mix it up and mix it up, you know. Hear what them do again.
Who is God?
Eh?
Who is God?
God supposed to hold on. I'm gonna take it one step at a time. God supposed to stand for the cause, what caused all life to be here and everything to be here. That's what God's supposed to stand for. What caused everything to be here. No creation. What responsible for the creation? Now God themselves responsible for creation. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now God themselves responsible for creation. That through the God, that's how all life and all creation and heaven and earth and the star and
everything.
Yes. So that's what God stands for. So if God stands for everything being here, God could be a little human being, man.
Well, that is what I ask you, because you, everybody preach themselves, Father God.
Yes, and to mix it up in the kitchen and bring come to it. That's why it does sticking out brain.
And them never said it. Them never I say it's like it's a lady them.
No. Two things they mix up. They mix up say God have sex, God a male or female, and then mix up say God say God born out of a woman. They mix up more one thing now. So but them tell you them things from we little. So it mix up. So that's why I know we with experience. We know very little, you know. But hold on, I forgot to our next call. But we know very little. I want you to call me back later to you, hear sir? Yeah, we know very little, you know.
The reason why they call me is just for fun.
I know that. Don't know. Hold on. I want to let go the next call and then you call me back and talk to you again. But just one last thing I say. The reason why we know very little, but one thing, little by little we can realize some things that is impossible. So after we strip away the impossible things then, we start find out more what is real when we start strip away some of the...
I can tell you one more thing.
No sir, we are hold up the next people and I want you to call back. Matter of fact, I'm going to take your number. Hold on. Yes. Hear me now. I want you to give me... Can you remember your phone number? You can remember your phone number?
Eh?
Can you remember your phone number?
When I call you?
Yes.
Yes, man.
Alright, well, we're going to write it down and call you back. Take him number from me. Don't hang up. Mr. Brown, don't hang up, you know.
Alright.
We're going to take your number and let him know call you back. Thank you very much.
Alright.
Our next call here. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning.
Greetings, Rasta.
Wagwan.
Yes, sir. So you say no?
No, man. No, wrong one. Just give me no, Mr. Brown, just give me a number. I'm soon take a number. Next call.
Man.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Greetings, good morning.
Wagwan.
Morning, sir. May I hear the next caller in a jury?
Next caller, yeah.
Alright, now, maybe basically pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
Especially the first caller discussion, you know?
Yes.
Because a whole heap of things was mixed up and me get it, whether in a chocolate or coffee. From school days but as you grow you learn certain things by observing and you question things and nothing wrong with question. And one of the things that me were get and it kinda makes sense to me and doesn't clear me out now. They say God is a spirit and you can't see a spirit just like how you can't see the breeze. But you can feel it.
That's why them call it spirit, because it's not it's not something
yes.
It's a quality where you can't say a quality.
Yeah, and I was told, especially at the Pentecostal apostolic faith, they teach that God is a spirit and God was manifest in the flesh at a certain point.
Manifest in the flesh mean what?
Meaning he chose to take on a body at a certain point for what man has indulged in holy for sin.
Alright, hold on. Stop here. We can't follow as far as them. We'll stop here. When it is taught to us that God is spirit, what what is the meaning, apart from say God is spirit, what the word God really mean? What God represent? What the word God
represent creation. Almighty God who creates things,
yes.
create heaven and earth.
Yes, man. So the word God represent all things that was created, right?
Definitely.
In other words, the name and the word God mean where all things come from. That's what God means, you know.
Definitely.
Where all things come from.
Definitely.
All right, now. Where? So hold on a little, please. Hold on a little. Hold on a little. Eh? Hold on a little. So if the word God represent where all things come from, like a door or beyond the door, everything will come out in the open must be coming from God, right? So therefore the earth, the world where we live upon, God manifests in the world, right? What you doing? You walking outside or breeze blowing?
It's breeze. I'm kind of hide myself from it. You hear me better now?
Sound a little better.
I'm not in my car, that's why. But
all right. No, hold on. So as I say now, God represent all good things, or where all good things come from. So the earth where we come born and live upon, and we know that the earth good. We know that the earth must be coming from where all good things come from.
definitely.
And therefore good manifests itself in the earth, you understand?
Yeah, man, definitely.
Would show up itself in the earth, it show up itself in all good things, not true?
Definitely.
So they come more thousands of years later when somebody say God manifests in a man, in a one man.
Mm-hmm.
God did not manifest in many things long before God manifests in that one man there, not true?
Definitely.
So if we say that God manifests in a Jesus wouldn't be the first creation where God manifests in. God manifests in a creation long before.
And I agree. So let us move away from that now.
Yeah.
To say why, the reason why they is either to suit the religion or to make a point. And whether the point is valid, we can weigh it in the balance.
Yeah.
No, it said because, man was sinful, God had to become a man through the virgin birth.
No, hold on. I'm going to take it one step at a time. Because man is not perfect. Sinful means that you fall short.
Yes, definitely.
You miss the target. The target was to be perfect, but you're not perfect, therefore you're imperfect. That's what sinful means. You miss the target. You're still not getting the bullseye yet. So because man was imperfect, where did the virgin come in now?
Yeah, so God come to redeem man from a sin.
God come from where? Where God come from?
Then basically I said God manifesting the Spirit of God.
Yeah.
Insert
Himself? Hold
a
on.
young lady called Mary.
No, but insert him. Hold on. Take it easy. You are talking about things that you have been taught, not about things that you can understand and realize. Don't when them teach it, you didn't understand it. You understand it when them teach you.
Well, the concept.
No, just tell. No, don't give me a long answer. No, before you give me the long answer, just give me a short answer. No, I just want you to tell me.
Understand it to a point.
But you don't understand it. Hold on. But you hold on, sir. Hold on. If we don't keep things simple, we just going to argue. We're not going to reach nowhere. But I believe if we keep things simple, we can tick off one by one where we agree upon. When it was taught to you, you understood it?
Yes, I understand it.
You understand it?
Yes, sir.
Well, all right, explain it then. Because you understand it, explain it.
All right. I understand it, but I don't agree with it now. You understand?
Oh, because you don't agree with it now. That means you come to better understanding then?
Precisely.
Ah.
So, my understanding of how you cause I'm here to pick up the pieces just like you,
Yeah.
When I understand that God was here long before Jesus or Selassie or any other person anybody.
It's not only God was. It's not only God was here, you know. God is here. The thing we call here, and
Yeah.
that's a God, you know. God is here,
And as always.
and there, and God is there, and God is everywhere because God is out of God everywhere come from. So God is here and there and everywhere.
So, that's
Yeah. You kind of break up. You kind of break up. Talk slow.
Yeah, my understanding of this is this God who creates all things and everything where man has created from when it come out of the earth.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
God gives man the knowledge and wisdom to make these things and to improve life, and as life continues things will get improvement.
All right. You want me? You're saying what you're saying is true. You want me to make it simpler?
Yeah, man.
Understanding come from good.
Mm-hmm.
A while ago you said God gives man the understanding to do this and that and that. But even simpler is the fact that understanding come from good. So anything we understanding do, it coming from good. The word God means good. All good things come from, all good things are one, you know. The good breeze where they're 100 miles away. And the good music were 200 miles away. All of them coming from one source, the source that are good. Anyway. Yeah.
Just one more point because I know some other caller, I don't want to keep too long.
Yeah.
But me want thank you, thank Cabo and all the Pan-African teachers who have teach me over the years and by listening to them. But that's what, it's one thing I want to understand. If a man not married to a woman, then, and have sex with her, then force a child, would God consider that sinful because you never got a one altar and have a ring and do the thing that Christian deem as holy and pure, and if anything outside of marriage, sex before marriage is sin, you understand? Would you consider that sinful?
Marriage and all of them ceremony and those customs are man-made. Some of the customs them have good use, and some custom confuse people. So human being, like all of the other animals, usually choose partnership. You hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you, man. I listen.
Human being usually either choose partnership or human being rape. So you find the human being either get together, man and woman, and them look for one another, and them spin around one another, and them walk and talk around one another till them decide to play with one another. Or in other cases, one human being stronger than the other one and just grab the other one and rape the one there. So you usually have reproduction come through partnership, voluntary, partnership friendly, or unfriendly combination when you name rape. Unfriendly, no friendship, no anything, just grab and rape.
Yeah.
We don't have any more
Alright
calls.
then.
Hey, call me back as soon as you can.
Yes, sir.
All the best. Now, as I always say, and as I realize long time say, I know very little. And I realize that all human beings, each human being have a lot of understanding, but we know very little compared with what is to be known. We know very little. It don't suit us to be like so we know a whole heap of things. But one thing is sure, that we know something. We know something. And the things what we know can gradually lead us gradually. So no human being now go learn everything in their lifetime. We learn very little. The numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and also 279-8473, 279-8473. Because we know and understand very little, it's hard for us to realize, or it's a little bit difficult for most of us to realize that there is some things that don't have any limit. Because true, we are limited. First, we're limited in understanding, and we're limited in time. We're not going to live forever. If a human being even live 100 years or 200 years, they're not going to live 1,000 years and 1 million years. So it's just a little time we have, and we have a little understanding. So it's difficult for human being realize that time or space no have no limit, because human being mind can only imagine things were limited. Human being can only imagine human being can imagine everything, can only imagine a limited amount of things. Most human beings can't even imagine the whole world, how the whole world is. Although we get map and we get atlas and we get globe, and we have a little idea of how the whole world earth is. More time we have to look back on the map to even realize back, in our mind it can't come like it can't keep in our mind. We can't even realize it just in our mind. We have to look back on the map or look back on the globe and look back on the atlas. So human being mostly think about beginning of time. It's hard for human being imagine the time never have no beginning and time no have no end, because from where I look, when the first thing we learn when we look about between now up to when we have about 5 years, then say one day the world going to come to an end and time going to come to an end. And people when don't know not much key for that. And so we know less, we are like a baby and like infant, we know less. But when them a teach we just swallow that in our brain and say, yes, that's right, the time going to come to an end one day. You understand? It's hard for human being imagine that all space now have no end. So human being, I imagine space like one neighborhood or one building. So you must reach a place where you book and you can't go no further. That's a human being imagination to human being. And it's hard. It's becoming like if human being was to realize that space now have no end, it would have blow their mind. So instead of them make their mind blow like where they get a blood vessel would have blow in a head. You just stop thinking your day. So avoid that the blood vessel have blow in their head. They just limit themselves and say, why we can't imagine that in a wild space and so on. Anyway, if we have some live chat here, let's get to the live chat. Let's go. Live chat. See me and pigeon and say, yeah, Bongo. I first again, brother, way up in Germany, way in Germany. Man, saying I say good morning, man. See me and pigeon say again. Lessons again in Johnny and Bongo. And listen to that, let it look like. And keep it on the say, current in the building. And I remind you in the correct zone. We have been able to correct the bus in the YouTube yet. So give us some more time. Still paying attention to it. Kian Brown said, greetings and salutations. Welcome from the south of the River Thames. Current sports chat said, the audio really needs some fixing. I'm listening to my headphone. And on one side I'm hearing echo. On the other side is only Jerry's voice, but very low. Oh, that is a balance and order. Second family, Rastafari, good day, Kennington, over and over. Lance Mander, the audio is buzzing extremely bad, right? And if it is worthwhile, we have to. Ken Brockman, a small little country, everybody has to miss him. Remind me of that Francis Presley in talk and sound mind control. Right? Really, diagrams are grand rising to ones and all. In the lecture, my analysis is that it was man that coined the word God, not nature, which is everything good and bad, less than God. Yeah, man, a mankind, all work, a mankind. Yes. Sundown 876 is advising, speaking to the mic and while speaking, and not playing music, turn down the bass and mid-range. And mid-range to eliminate feedback on YouTube. The mobile device in the studio should be on airplane mode. Is it any possibility that yeah, is it any possibility that is my phone across? Okay. I am advised that our technical man knows what the problem is and it will be fixed, but we need some more time. Yes, the number again is 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473, 279-8473. Now today is the 4th of May, and it reminds me of the 4th of May many years ago. Remind me of the 4th of May many years ago. Let's come back to it. We have a call now. Think we have a call? Do we have a call here now?
Yes, sir.
Morning, welcome.
Good morning, sir.
All gone.
Yeah, man, as it relates to this current government,
Yeah,
you know, I talk both sides of the same BJLP.
yeah.
I'm kind of impatient right now
Yeah.
because, you know, for over 60 years now, are going to 60 years since both of them rule the country on and off. And while there's some improvement, there's a lot to be desired. And observing them, you realize the two are better than there is a double-edged sword. So
Double what?
double-edged sword.
Is that two-edged sword? Yeah. Yeah.
Two-edged sword. You
So
understand?
it's two edges of the same sword.
Yeah. So there's so much I could go into, but let's keep it simple. Guns in Jamaica is a big problem, right?
Yeah.
And upon recently, we find out that the FLA has been giving out guns to both administration.
Being given
You
out gun
understand?
license.
Gun license to known criminals. And, you know, when Bunting was in power, it was the same thing. Now, this current Minister of National Security, same thing. And when Bobby Mantic was same thing. So, and then at the same time, they must sell us the idea.
Hear
Get
me
me?
now. Hear me now. The Prime Minister, the JLP Prime Minister, him is a representative now. 25 years now, him is a representative of a constituency where dominated by gangsters. Horace Chang, the Deputy Prime Minister, him is the MP of a constituency dominated by gangsters. And if you look upon the leader of the opposition and several of the others, the same thing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know. Them don't know the inside out of the criminal network and thing.
They know, and in fact, the other day, the Prime Minister had handled some.
Hello, look here. I don't know where you are, but we cannot hear you properly if you stay in that same condition.
Alright, I forgot to change my location and call it back because a lot of breeze right there, so you see me?
Yeah, man.
Alright, let's say our.
What time for the call?
Yeah, man.
You can call back the first call, eh? Yeah, I go here from Burning Spear now. But the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, 279-8473, 279-8473.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Come along, my brother. Come along. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to
Yes, we just got a call and we're taking a call, but the caller hung up. The caller hung up. So we still have 3 minutes left before the 11 o'clock break. 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473, 279-8473. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Small. This is Sister Angela.
Hey, long time I don't hear from you.
True. We give thanks for life, you know?
Yeah, man. All things.
Well, we give thanks again. Things are not so bad, although we're still getting the fight by the police. It looks like they rise up like sickness.
Yes,
when
I
they're
saw.
ready, they come. When they're ready, they resign.
I saw a picture of your corner and the traffic light and the papers a couple days ago.
Which paper is that?
I gleaned a few days ago. I saw a picture of your business establishment and the traffic light right there at Priory.
Okay, I didn't see that, but I give thanks for you telling me that.
Yeah.
However, I know the time is short. I just want to pitch in my little 1 cent and 2 cents concerning the education system here in Jamaica.
Yes.
It was advertised that the government here might have to import workers, skilled workers to this country.
Yeah.
However, when I look at it, a lot of things is being taught in school, English, math, science, physics. They are all great. And it's good to learn to read and write, because when you can read and write, you can't be fooled. However, there's a thing called skill. How to build houses, how to build roads, how to build shoes, how to build things, how to create and make things.
Yeah.
If we here teach our students how to gain a skill or teach them a skill, then they can better help themselves, because the education is good, but most of them learn certain type of maths and certain type of things in school, and when they come out of school, it's not benefiting them. What they still have to go back to is to learn how to do a skill.
All right, look here. We reach 11 o'clock. Can we call you back?
Sure.
Can you take our number from me, please? All right, we come to the 11 o'clock break, and we will resume this conversation after the break. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
When you speak, we listen.
We listen to all your stories
About how your business was started.
and every step along the journey to make it applicable to the problems you solve every day.
We have also listened to your cries for help.
The narrative surrounding limited cash flow.
Extended payment terms for buyers who just can't meet your 30-day credit term this month.
Next month,
And the month after that, we are here to help.
we have created Exim Express receivables financing so that your most important jobs get done.
With a turnaround time of 7 days and up to 75% of your receivables covered with no collateral or financials needed, you know you're in good hands. Exim Bank. By helping businesses, we save lives and livelihood. Luxury beaches. Countless grains of pure white sand, tranquil breeze and palm trees. Our beautiful island, Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica. We miss the vibrancy of our tourism product, but hope is on the horizon. At Exim Bank, we know that SMEs in the tourism industry need support to keep this vision alive, to strengthen one of our country's strongest assets. Let us help you to build a better future for your business. Ask about our small and medium-sized tourism enterprise loan today. Borrow up to $25 million with interest rates as low as 4.5% and up to 7 years to repay. You can breathe easy. Enjoy your progress and continue contributing to Brand Jamaica. Exim Bank. By helping businesses, we save lives and livelihood.
Another event focusing on the corporate area's homeless population could be added to the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation's yearly calendar of activities. Kingston's Mayor Delora Williams is here to tell us about the plans. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSAMC is considering making the Desmond Mackenzie Wellness Day for Kingston's homeless a yearly event. The inaugural staging of the Day of Care was held on April 23, 2022 at the St. William Grant Park under the theme Empowering Our Most Vulnerable, Protecting the Homeless. The goal of the intervention was to provide needed care and attention to Kingston and St. Andrew's homeless population.
We have an annual event in Christmas Day. We have another annual event in New Year's Day. So we really didn't conceptualize it, but in going through it and bringing it now to where it is now, the team of persons working on this particular event, I believe we are slowly deciding that this ought to be an annual event.
Mayor of Kingston, Senator Delora Williams. Along with medical attention, homeless persons got access to the services of psychiatrists and psychologists. The National Council for Persons with Disabilities, National Council on Drug Abuse, and the Registrar General's Department were also on site to help the vulnerable group access their services. Mayor Williams says the KSAMC's end goal is to have homeless persons being able to exercise independence over their affairs. The inaugural staging of the Day of Care was used as a precursor to the opening of Jamaica's first transitional facility for the homeless. The center, located in downtown Kingston, will begin operating this month. Construction of the facility resulted from a partnership involving the Ministry of Local Government, KSAMC, Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF, and other agencies. Ground is broken for the facility in 2019, and it's costing some $140 million.
That facility, the phase one of it is completed. We wanted to do a far more elaborate structure, but due to resource constraint, we decided that we would phase it. So phase 1 is 99% complete. They are just doing a few finishing works, and so we intend to open that facility in May with a ceremony.
In the meantime, Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie says the Day of Care is a game changer for how KSAMC interacts with the homeless population. The Day of Care was named in recognition of the minister's contribution over the years to meeting the needs of that vulnerable group.
This is a very innovative event. What it really does is to extend what we have been doing since 2016 for the homeless population. This is the first time an initiative like this would have been implemented.
Mayor Williams says the KSAMC stands ready to share the blueprint of the event with other municipalities who may want to replicate it in their jurisdictions.
That is a decision for other municipalities, but we will be willing to give whatever advice if they if they intend to do so.
Mayor of Kingston, Senator Delroy Williams. And that's it for a look at the Desmond McKenzie Wellness Day for the Homeless, an initiative of the KSAMC. On behalf of Studio Engineer Joel Samuels, I'm Anthony Morgan.
A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Half a tree, 1 and 3, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi style?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, at 2 months now, my transmission mash up, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
You hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience, and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. You hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me send you.
You big star. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
Try and call him, cause trust me.
Wait for both spares and repairs. Good afternoon.
What a relief.
The Aeronautical School of the West Indies presents Squawk 876, a fun and informative program where you will learn about flying, aircraft systems, weather, maintenance, and much more. Tune in to Bess 100 FM this and every Wednesday at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
For a better choice in all your electrical supplies, A, authorized 3M dealer and better brand names. B, better service including free island-wide delivery. C, all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales. Shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We make your electrical jobs as easy as ABC. Call 754-382-528 or fax 754-3659. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice.
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
There will be days when you're too tired to move, to drive, but you think you have to, because your vehicle won't wash itself, right? But no, you don't have to visit a car wash. 123 Mobile Car Wash will come straight to you. Yes, you heard right. 123 Mobile Car Wash is offering services in Kingston and St. Andrew and St. Catherine. We shampoo and detail cars, trucks, offices, and more. No job too small. Call us at 876-631-3400. 123 Mobile Car Wash. We come to you.
The Morning Connection is not your usual talk show. We aim to stimulate discussion and chart new paths to self-empowerment. So please join us. Minette, and Percy on the Morning Connection, Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Bess 100 FM.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother. Come along, my sister. 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 Come.
Yes, welcome back to the program. We are now into the second hour of the program. I am your host, Jerry Small, and the numbers are 619 1508, 619 1508, and 279 8473. 279 8473. All right. And we'll line up Sister Angie the same time after. All right, yes. So, as I was saying, and as we have Sister Angie, I'm Mr. Brown. All right, welcome back, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Smart.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, me there. So.
You have your radio there, but you have got to turn on your radio there, Mr. Brown. Right, it come in from here. You understand me?
Yes.
You turn him down?
Yeah, man.
Alright, so you see, as I was saying to you earlier, them serving up certain knowledge to us or certain teaching to us from we little. And it kind of mix, other things mix in it.
Yeah.
So little by little we're supposed to be able to detect and find out whether it's accurate or sensible things they must telling us. Like for instance, them tell us say a lady never have any relationship with a man, right?
Yeah.
But she get pregnant.
That is Mary.
Yeah, she get pregnant and then now she have one baby. And them say she is mother of God.
Yeah, but that is a miracle thing to me, you know, because...
Miracle,
Yeah, that is a miracle because God is so powerful that He make them things happen.
He make them things happen?
Yeah, but...
Who told us about it?
Huh?
Who told us about those happenings?
Well, from we little, I learned about...
Yeah, from we little, but it's who tell you when we little? Who tell us?
The pastor.
Pastor, where him get that from?
Well, I don't know.
Where him get that from? People bring down a book, come give and show him that, you know?
As a book, yes.
People bring a book and show.
Yeah, man.
And when we in a prison, them show with that, you didn't know?
Yeah, yeah.
And now when we free, them come to with that, you know. And when them have we in a prison, them show with that and them show us say if we believe it and accept it, then we let you out of prison. You didn't know that?
If we believe what?
If we believe, say Mary never have no connection with a man, but she have a baby. Them tell us say if we believe that, then we let you out of prison. You know?
But Mr. Smart, that Mary thing,
yeah,
is a miracle, you know, sir.
Who tell you about the miracle?
If I mean, look at me.
No, I'm not ask you when you hear about it. I say who is the people, who is the person who tell you about the miracle?
Me hear people read book.
Them read the book, so where that book come from?
When somebody print it.
Which part that stamp printed?
Well,
you want me to tell you?
Must be the printer.
You want me to tell you which part them stamp printed?
Yes.
Them have a printer up in Europe where them print them thing there. Them print it in Europe. The same people who capture it and have in a prison. It's them same one print that, you know?
Those people is white people are black people.
White people print that and them print that and tell us that they know them thing there because God bless them. But them say true, them say we don't know them thing because God not bless we. But if we accept those things, them say, then we make we free. Then we free out of prison.
So, Mr. Robinson, the false thing.
And then make it up. Some man write it and make it up.
Make it up about Mary.
Yes,
and she conceive a child.
Yes, say she's a mother of God.
Eh?
Then make it up, say she is the mother of God. Then Mary is the mother of God. Yeah. Then Mary could be the mother of God.
If Mary could be well, if she's a righteous woman, she could, you know.
Then God can born out a woman. God born out a woman. God.
Then out a woman you born from.
Then, so you say, me a God?
No, you're not God, but you're a man.
Oh, man, yeah, that's what I know, human being born out a woman.
Yes.
But anyway, it's not our teaching, that is not our culture, that is, it's white people teaching that and white people culture.
So,
what and what them teach us that is good for us?
So, huh?
What and what the white people teach us that is good for us?
Them teach a lot of things, you know.
That is good for us, like what?
Like, you must say your prayers when you're going to your bed.
Say your prayers?
Yeah.
So when you say your prayers, who you say it to?
Some unknown person.
All right. So what the prayers do? Them tell you what you must say?
It is written.
All what we must say is written down before?
It is written. You see, Mr. Smart, my brain, that thing, I never tried to go down to find out them thing, you know.
So when you was at school and the teacher tell you some things and you can't understand, you ask the teacher to
yeah, you ask her and she will explain.
Every time she explain, you understand?
Never tell you nothing about Mary.
Then why you never ask her about Mary and the Virgin Birth?
Well, it never come to us that we have to ask her that. I get 50 for Bible and over there.
You get what?
50 for Bible.
50 out how much?
All my marks them, we get 99 for arithmetic.
Yeah.
98 and short with the rest of things.
Yeah, but you want...
I am saying if common entrance was existing when I went to school, maybe.
You would have go Maybe what?
ESC, one of them.
Yeah, maybe you go to one of the big schools.
Yeah, call my marks good.
Yes.
It's over there to prove right now.
Yes. But when them show you the picture, don't them show you, when them tell you about Mary and the miracle, don't them show you some picture?
Yeah, them show you a lady and them show you a man called Joseph.
Right, when them show you the lady look like your mother?
She's a lady, my mother is a black woman, but that lady don't look black to me.
Yeah, so after a while you start believe say all of God people white.
Well, no, I never believe that. I never believe. But why? I just believe there is creation of people on the earth.
There's what?
But
creation?
I just know some people on the earth, but I never believe who white are who.
Then if them show you the picture all the while say Mary white, then I start believe some.
Show a picture of Jesus.
Yeah.
With a long hair.
Yes.
And a man who have the complexion like a white man.
Yes. So after a while
I was wondering about this man that look like a white man.
Yes.
But then after I go, I hear the same Rasta man. That I don't criticize Rasta man, you know. I don't know when get to him teaching, but if you listen to Rasta man, they have some good thing to talk.
Yes.
Understand? Because Rasta man, you can't tell Rasta man to Jesus was a white man, you know.
No. But after a while still, some Rasta start turn Selassie into Jesus. You didn't know?
Yes, but I understand because when that man came here, Mr. Smart, I was wondering because of the crowd and thing, and I wonder, but I don't claim say Selassie is God, you know.
Yeah.
But some Rasta man claim say Selassie is God.
Yes.
But the man who them portray is Jesus Christ as a picture.
Yeah.
It's not the statue of Selassie. Selassie is a short man, you know.
Yes, I know.
And God don't look to me like a short man. The man who them say Jesus.
No, but you mix up God and Jesus. You mix up God, Jesus and God.
I mix up,
yes.
Well, I make a mistake there because I must say God and Jesus. The man that them said Jesus who was crucified.
Yeah.
Him don't look. Him is not a shot.
No look like him shot. Alright. We're going to link you back again. I'm going to go to our next call here.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Shalom.
Welcome.
Blessings to you and yours. Jerry, concerning that prison that you tell Mr. Brown about, you're still there. But I've never gotten out. Do you agree?
I'm here attack, man.
Yeah, prison of the mind, prison of understanding, prison of not knowing who we are.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you this, Jerry, because sometimes I speak in words, you know, and it always calls me to reflect back on the word blasphemy. Honestly. Jerry, do you happen to have a Bible in studio or access to one? As you all know?
No, and hear this now. We're not going to be caught up in any religion talking here.
You see, Jerry, you know that you're a typical example of being in that prison of the man.
Yes, and but you are not but you are not in that prison though.
Jerry, yeah, to a degree.
You're in that prison to a degree. You're halfway in? You're halfway in and halfway out or what?
No,
To what
I
degree?
think I'm about 99.5% out.
Oh, but
It's not the man.
yeah, but part of your still part of your mind still in the prison.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I must be
I
honest.
agree. I agree. Well, as I say now, we're not going to get bogged down in another religion, right?
Jerry. Oh God. Jerry, religion, the definition of religion, Jerry. You were, like you said to Mr. Brown, that we were taught the thing, what we are now expecting. We are just regurgitating what was forced down, during the time of our captivity.
Maybe you
train on us.
Yeah, maybe you regurgitating it, but I don't regurgitate it long time.
Jerry, I've heard you over and over. Trust me, Jerry. Believe me. You might express it in your own way or your own term, but you're saying basically the same thing. I'm just gonna ask you.
No, you don't ask me now. You don't ask me now. You don't ask me now. I'm going to ask you something now. What way you may regurgitate it? Tell me how me regurgitate it.
All right. Like this, for instance, just now. You said in regards to Mary, right? The lady that they call Mary, and the child that he had that they call Jesus Christ. Before, not necessarily today, but before you express that you believe that this man Jesus Christ literally walked the earth. All right? But in your discussion, you denied such as by saying that he's not God and he was born. You wasn't clear on this, I must be honest. He was born through immaculate conception.
You hear me say that?
No, that's why I said you didn't come clear. It's vague based on what you said. But it calls to, based on your argument, it calls to believe that you believe that this man was born through immaculate conception.
No, you can't. You can't try to frame me or misrepresent me. No, you can't try to frame me or misrepresent.
All right.
What else you have to talk about apart from religion,
Jerry, there you go again, Jerry. We're not discussing religion, Jerry. Jerry, what I've just discussed to you just now is not religion. It has nothing to do with the religion. When I ask you if you have a copy of the Bible or an access, it's not religion. The Bible is not a religious book. You can prove it. I dare you.
Anyway, you're not going to take up. We're not going. When you have something different from religion to talk about.
I have something. There you go again. Religion.
All right, let's hear from
what you have heard and what you were taught. That's what you were taught. It's a religion.
All right, we're going to take a call. All right, excuse me a little. Excuse me a little. We're going to take another call. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome.
Indeed, Brother Jerry.
All right, go on.
Interesting and extraordinary things on the international scene.
Right, go
on. Would you believe that Dave Chappell, an international stand-up comedian, was attacked on stage last night? And one of the persons who run to comfort him after was Chris Rock.
Why was attacked on stage?
Well, he was doing his stand-up comedian thing and was making some jokes about trans people. And apparently a man got upset and rushed him with what appeared to be a gun, but it turned out to be a fake one.
Is a man got upset or a trans got upset?
Both. See, thank you for that correction. It is a trans who got upset.
So they attacked him?
They attacked him, yes. So after Chris Rock, helped him to regain his composure,
yeah,
Chris Rock said to the crowd, "Wait, was that Will?"
I set them set up that, you know, so I set them set up that. I don't think Will walk in at that. I them set it up. That is a, you know, say in a stand-up comedy, you usually have a comedian and then you have a straight man.
Yes.
That's where the term straight man originally come from. The straight man is the man who innocent and him not really in on the joke and then him turn him an idiot. Or he's a foil, a kind of foil.
By the way, Jerry, I gather that over in Ukraine there is a volunteer unit that dub themselves the Bob Marley Defense Squad.
You see it though?
May I tell you, I bet them I play enough Buffalo Soldier and come back with a chant down Babylon one more time.
And the Buffalo Soldier was in which war?
You know, I can't recall, but I know it was in the US many years back.
In the fight for America, man. You don't remember the lyrics? Buffalo
yes,
Soldier.
Indeed.
The fight for America.
Serious thing. Jerry, yesterday we spoke about the affidavit or affidavit, or what they call it. Read the
affidavit, yeah.
Yes.
The legal document, yeah.
Yes, Premier. I find it really amazing that he seemed to be touching on to straw, you know, trying to seek diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have better luck if he just simply say it wasn't me.
Yeah, but that is just a plea, but you still have to put up a defense.
By the way, Jerry, it was recording on tape, both video and audio. Well, you have video audio too.
Yeah.
Where he said, you know, while he was making the dirty arrangement, that it took him 20 years to reach this position and him now losing at 20 minutes.
Huh.
Why Jerry in Canada?
You can tell me more about how this thing did take place? I don't really have the details.
Details of it. Why Jerry is a long story, but from what I gather is that this is not something that just started now, you know, it has been in the making for months, you know. Then,
yeah.
By the way, as I mentioned that, Jerry, I hear a man argue say it is not fair to entrap a person. You know, they call it entrapment.
Yeah.
But, Jerry, if somebody bait you up and you take the bait, I mean, can you blame the person who bait you up?
No, I think what really happens is how the baiting go on. If somebody bait you up and say to you, say,
yes,
I need some girls to run a warehouse.
Yes.
And you say, I can get someone.
Yes.
And I not bait them bait you.
Yes.
If you say that you can get some.
Can get some, yes.
You
no one yes. No one bait them bait me up. I volunteered.
Yeah, and if they are in their corner, I'm not really justified it, but if they are in their corner, in other words, on their territory, I say, I need some girls to run a warehouse in my hometown.
Yeah.
Not in your hometown, in my hometown. And then meet you either in their hometown or on a neutral ground outside of the hometown and say, I need some girls, especially some girl from foreign. Because the guys in my hometown like to play with foreign girls. I need some girls to run a warehouse in my hometown, but the guys from my hometown don't like hometown girls. So, and like how you don't come from my hometown, you come from a foreign country. No, you know, I'm not beat them so much. You just say, boy, I need some girls, I want a warehouse going well, and the sea is not open back. But I don't have no foreign girls. And then you say, how much you willing to pay? I will pay top dollar, man. Anybody will pay the top price. Me will put on 5% on it. And then you say, you hear me, man? Give me a number. Call me know so me can get. And then you call me back and tell me say everything alright.
Yeah.
You would have said, I entrap you and bait you up innocently.
No, sir.
Why you would be guilty of wrongdoing and wrong intention, bad intention? Why?
Because I did it of my own free will.
Yes, and not only that, you probably ask how much is in it, like I said.
Yes.
You talk about girl, money talks, you know, how much you willing to pay for that? If me say to you, say, what you willing to pay? That was my first response, and then I tell you a money and then you go tell me, say, boy, I have the girl, I'm in stock. You say, I bait, me get bait up.
Yes, what I mean, yeah. That's a good point.
So it depends on how them entrap. Like with Bujo Bantan, it was reported that them take a plane. And little after them take the plane, I think them remove or cancel the ticket holder who was supposed to sit down beside Bujo.
Yeah.
And then them send a man go sit down beside Bujo who is a agent.
Yeah.
And them claims that within half an hour, Bujo get in a conversation with the man and start tell the man things that incriminate him. I don't know if it's true, but that is what I heard. That's what I heard in one of the cases of him of them gathering evidence on him.
Indeed.
Where it is said that him start to tell the man, say, well, I travel all about and I have plenty experience now, and there can be plenty money made all around the world in different ways.
Yeah.
And then him start name out to the man, say, boy, you want to say I make millions out of blood diamonds, you know? You know what is blood diamond?
Yes.
Blood diamond is some method of mining, some country of Africa, where the people who are doing the mining are enforced workers like slaves or people in a prison. You know, sometimes some country have people in a prison and them force them to do work, meanwhile them in a prison.
That's right.
And then we all lose them life easy. So through that them start call them the diamond when get mined that we as blood diamond because it costs us life. And gradually, and then in America I heard, I don't know the exact story, but I heard that in America some of the agents who were convinced that Bujo interested in a certain kind of drug business.
Yeah.
Then put some business to him. And then when him and them meet, him taste the drug.
Yeah.
And when him taste them say, yeah man, this is a good quality, which to them was evidence that him know about the different quality of drugs.
Yeah.
And then a third thing is something that I saw, and I was warning people about it. I saw a video. I saw a video from about 2005.
Yeah.
Which is the theme song that I play for my program here now is part of the soundtrack of that video. Where you see Bujo saying to the driver of a large car, go somewhere and go pick up something for me and go do some business with it and all them with it.
Yeah.
And when most people listening to it, it just sound like a lyrics and a nice catchy rhythm. But if you listen and you follow the story, is Bujo acting out a role, because I know say most music video is a mini movie. I tell a little story, and most time the singer is one of the actors in the story. And when you listen to the music of the driver video and you watch the video, it suggests that Bujo know something about running certain racket in the United States. So on those accumulated evidence and more that I don't know of, them get enough evidence to show that him know about these things, and sometimes him boast about it and him all tell you how much money he make out there, that he can buy him girl expensive underwear, and that him tired to drink some middle income drink and him all, you know.
So what an irony. What an irony.
Yeah, so by doing it that way now, they claim that this is not an innocent person.
Yes. Oh, is that what they call circumstantial evidence in addition to whatever else?
I am not a lawyer, but although some of these things are familiar to me, I don't want to speak with no authority. But that is one of the reasons why trial by jury. In other words, other citizens, a group of citizens, usually up to the number of 12, they decide on a case on the innocence of the accused or the guiltiness of the accused. And them say that is like one of the fairest form of trial, because The people are not trained lawyers, but they are reasonable people.
Yeah.
And if they can agree on a verdict, most time the verdict is fair.
Yeah.
And true. You know?
Right. By the way, Jerry, you lead me to something else that I wanted to ask you for quite some time. Have you ever heard of a case of rape or carnal abuse where evidence, DNA evidence, was presented, right? Yet, by the way, presented in favor of the prosecution.
Yeah.
Yet the accused is found not guilty. Trial by jury.
I can't remember. I don't know about that many cases like that.
But I heard about one some years back, you know, and I gathered that a certain man was so a certain judge was so upset you could see it at his face.
Oh.
Yes, man, and he never looked like a sheep. Indeed.
If a warrior want war, a warrior will get. Eh?
Jerry, let's leave it at that, otherwise I shall return.
If a warrior want, a warrior will get.
Yes, sir. You could be an Africa chief, you know.
Well,
you give justice.
Yeah, man, I only recognize justice. Thank you very much, yes, sir?
Indeed.
Good one. Yes, the numbers again. You can call back the lady because she only got 2 minutes. But the numbers again: 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. With experience, we usually gather some wisdom. You know, with experience, human being usually gather some wisdom where help guide them and make them make decisions better and stay away from things. Don't have no overnight still. Don't have overnight. Let's get back to the telephone. Good morning. Welcome.
Good day, Mr. Jerry.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Just overheard the conversation with Corbett.
Yeah.
And you're discussing that gentleman in the bit of water there from British Virgin Islands.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, I think the critical point, you know, in his case was he was invited to inspect a shipment of money. One quotation of it at 700,000 US.
Yeah.
On a plane, you know, like them dispatch the door.
Yeah.
And he wants to verify and thing and say yes, everything copacetic.
Everything copacetic mean the amount of money or the delivery of the money copacetic or
He was at the point of shipment. It was leaving that point where he was.
Yes.
It sounds like a private airport to me, you know. It sounds
yes,
like,
that's what I heard. It's one of them private, millionaire airport, private jet.
Right. So he was privileged to have use of that airport by virtue of him being premier at British Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
So he was actually making sure the money on the plane.
Yes.
Taking off all right. So him can say yes, but send money I leave, you know.
One time a digital plane did leave Cuba and come back to Jamaica.
A digital plane
did leave Cuba and come back to Jamaica. Go on. Anyway. So he was making sure that the money, the amount of money right, and it headed in the right direction.
Yeah, man. So he was really at the point of dispatch. So that's the critical evidence against him, you know, the most critical piece of evidence, really.
No, but the money was for what? The money was for...
The money was, it was some Colombian connection paying him to facilitate the shipment of the cocaine, the drugs.
No, it was some American DEA pretending to be
Colombian agent.
Yes.
Yes, man. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So they would have to demonstrate that he was willing to do business with Colombian.
Right.
Which is against American law.
Exactly. So
in other words,
he did a deal with Colombians when they were actually American agents.
Yes, but the recording now would verify or substantiate that.
How culpable he is,
No, that he was willing to deliver, to deliver something that is contraband into America. That means that once you're delivering it into America, you become subject to them law.
Yeah.
So once them was able to demonstrate, especially by recording, that he was willing to deliver something into America which break American law, and that he was willing to receive money in return for that, and record all of that, them would have catch him with them pants down.
Yeah, quite correct. But it reminds me, which is why I find the Bible such a useful book, because the stories in the Bible, from Moses, from Genesis right back to John, saw them coming, in Revelation. I find the stories in the Bible quite telling, and they teach a lot.
Yeah.
So when we argue whether the stories are true or not, there are a lot to begin from.
Them useful. In other words, you can be taught many things, including wisdom.
Yes, man.
By conjecture and by inventive storytelling and so on.
Yes. So like it reminds me when them asked Jesus whether they must pay tax or not,
Yeah, that was an entrapment attempt.
Trying to get the man to say no, don't pay no tax to Caesar because Caesar is corrupt and Caesar is this.
Yes, and when the woman take in adultery, that case was attempted at entrapment again.
Yes. When the woman washed his feet and that.
No, not the woman who washed his feet. She was some hold on please. Some scribe and Pharisee want to trap him long time, because if you're talking anything against the law of Moses, you're supposed to stone to death.
Yeah.
So them decided to kill two birds with the one stoning by one. Catch a woman in adultery.
Right.
Carry her to him. Because remember, he was like a JP or a notary public,
Yeah.
In other words, if they know that you have contraband at your yard, whether ganja, cocaine or whatever, and them can demonstrate to a JP, say that man have some bad things in yard, but we want a warrant to raid the yard. Could you sign this warrant, JP? So Jesus would have that status,
Yes, man.
You didn't know that?
Yes, man. He was above the judges, he was yeah.
He was a rabbi. Today's teachers, them claim. And he was a rabbi. Him did reach a degree of knowledge of the law, where them confer the degree rabbi upon him.
Yes, man.
So the rabbi was like above even a JP, where if he could decide when any two Jews having a dispute about Moses' law, they could go to him or any other rabbi and say, Rabbi, which one of us right and which one of us is abiding by Roman law? By Moses' law. And then he would decide to him reach that level of authority in Moses' law. So them decide now to entrap him now. So them take a woman, them catch a woman in adultery and carry the woman before him. And I say, what must be done with this woman? Because by the law of Moses, she's supposed to be stoned to death. But they know that through him teach compassion, him most likely not going to sign a death warrant for her.
True.
And when him don't sign the death warrant for her now, they will be in turn able to accuse him. Say, you are going against the law of Moses, so we're going to go stone the woman to death and stone you, the rabbi, to death. And him know that it was entrapment, and him now set a thing where him going to entrap them.
Exactly.
So him say, yes, she must be stoned to death, but
without sin cast the first stone.
I'm going to entrap that first one now, say, you cast the first stone. So them say to themselves, boy, me no want get into the trapping, and them confer amongst them one another. They ask for a recess, frequently in a court and them place, the judge, the lawyer, them ask for adjournment. To see if them can go cook a fast food. And then by the time anyway, long story short.
If enough sin go that way and sin no more to her.
Yes, so even though she get them off of her back, him still show her say, it's time to keep our back clean now. Don't do it again. Anyway, these stories were told. We don't know if even that story was.
The essence of it is that this entrapment thing. You know, we have to be wary. We have to be. I mean, not that we're encouraging any devious deeds, but whatever we're doing, you know, you have to be wary of people. People can entrap you when you're innocent too, so you have to be wary of it.
Yeah, because them couldn't entrap him. And finally, when them find that them couldn't entrap him, them say, all right, since we can't entrap you, we go and make a plea bargain with a guy. And make the guy know, say, if you betray this guy, we have you for betray the guy and identify him because you have to ID him. And then we have some other people now going to lay an accusation. So Judas take our money. Judas take our money for identify him. And then the scribe and Pharisee and chief priest them make a next deal, say, all right, we will bring the accusation against him, say, him is the king of these people and is not Caesar is the king of these people. Which you know that's a sedition and
one advice I'll give to everybody though, Jerry, in the last 10 seconds, is that how I operate nowadays in life is that whatever I do, I take it that it is being recorded.
Yes, you assume.
You know, I just take it to boy, everything is on camera, everything is being recorded, so you have to just try and walk straight. But some of us still fall the temptation, so we just have to be careful as far as it can be.
What them call that again when them tap your phone? Them used to call it them tap your phone, yeah. Tap.
Yeah, there are different levels of it. There are far different levels of it.
No, recording, any form of recording or listening in, them call it tapping. Tapping. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about from ever since when them listening for you, them call it tap. Hold on.
Tap phone tapping, right?
Or because
remember that Donald Trump. Once upon a time, Joe Card said Obama tapped his phone, and we never get a denial from Mr. Obama, you know. So, and that's a couple of years ago, about 6, 7, 8 years ago, before Bush became president, before Trump became president. So let us all be careful and try to walk straight.
Man.
Cool, Jerry.
All the best, bro.
Easy.
Good afternoon and welcome. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, them call it wiretapping.
Yeah, wiretapping, yes.
Yes. Who wrap the eye?
Who wrap the eye with what?
Because it's robbing Jerry Small.
Then robbing, how it spell?
No, I just being sarcastic. Robbing Jerry
No,
Small.
well the name, Robin is a name. I know it's a little leg pull in your pull, but I think you're barking up wrong tree.
I don't leg pull, a toe pull.
Yeah, but anyway, I think you're barking up wrong tree. But what happened is that I think Robin is sometimes interpreted as a Europeanization of the name Reuben, and it also is taken to be an alternative pronunciation and spelling of Robert.
Oh, so you name Robin?
No, my parents put that name on birth certificate, yeah.
Oh. I mean, so you name Robin Jerry Small. I wonder who I try to rob Jerry, you know?
No, I didn't name Robin before people start calling me Jerry.
Oh, that means I get robbed then. I get robbed.
Aldo, yes.
Yeah, where's the Aldo one?
Aldo, me tell you say you're back around to you still hear the barking in the background.
Alright, so I get rid of the dog, you know?
No, don't get rid of that dog. Don't get rid of that dog and not spare him neither.
They have a little thing at circle on PM.
On the what?
The PM.
Yeah, about what? About what?
He was at this sporting function with no mask. You know, like at the pen relay, one of them meeting at stadium.
Yeah.
And he have no mask.
Yeah.
And what if a crowd in the place? I know that stadium, no mask at all.
In Jamaica or foreign? In Jamaica or foreign?
In Jamaica, I think.
Yeah. And then what?
And then now they are showing when they are on a a Zoom thing with some other international people. I remember Martin in a room by himself.
Well, you know, but I don't hear you complaining that he got the Academy Award last year.
No, man, recently he was on.
No, I'm telling you that he got the Academy Award last year, or it was early this year. You don't know that? No, he got an Academy Award for best actor, best male actor. You don't remember? You don't remember? You don't remember when him get it?
No, I never remember that one.
Yeah, man, when him break down and him cry for 2.5 seconds.
Oh, yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Out in that series.
No, it never burst. It threatened. It was threatening. The rain was threatening, but before any raindrop fall, we hear the lightning and thunder, but all no, not a drop no fall.
But then when we realized
that name clouds without water. Anyway, go ahead. What you realize?
What I realized, what was taking place is like while the Zoom that it was on, it was like an international where a lot of these US and these people that you Zoom with them people, you want to show them say, which is acting, you want to show them say, yeah man, me abide to the rules and the regulations.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that is sad. You know.
Yeah. Then I see him like the clocks. When him go among certain people, him wear the clocks.
Yes.
When him amongst the Queen's son, grandson and thing, he not show up no clocks.
But amongst the Queen grandson, it was like a boy to the grandson.
How it go?
Put it this way. When the Queen grandson come here, all of them was running up and down behind the son, the grandson. So the PM becomes a boy running behind the grandson of the Queen.
Yeah man, that is a normal demeanor.
Because I see Bob's green and the Rasta one I run behind the prince. Them go down a jungle. Prince town, I think.
Yeah.
And them run that this brother when named L.A. Lewis. He must have a little thing where he want to say him and the Queen related and he want to go meet the prince. And Bob's green run and come and say, no, you can't see the prince, You know, so we realize and at the same time, them I say, boy, them want to leave from the, what you call it, like when you get rid of the Queen and becomes a...
Them I tell you, say Academy Award, man, and Grammy in one. They never hear much money them give the musician down a culture yard at Trenchon.
No, me never hear that.
Out of $8 million for the visit, them give the musician down a Trenchon $50,000.
God.
That's a party money now. Money for buy a party.
But the dinner cost $4 million, you know.
The what? The dinner?
The dinner. Remember they have a big dinner with eating with the prince.
Yeah, and how much each plate costs? Why you laugh? Why you laugh? No, 40,000. 40,000 each plate work out.
40,000?
Yeah.
And then give the man $50,000, so is that them give him a plate and a juice and a black juice.
Who? Forgive for who?
That thing say, you know, me look, me I check and me say, boy, the Ukraine and Russia, they must say, Russia and Ukraine, them provide the world with wheat and grain. And if them really getting that serious thing, a lot of things that get charged, like cornmeal, flour and rice and everything. I mean, I say, why our government never try to ramp up this farming thing? They say, all right, you have a sense of
when you say our government, what do you mean by?
You know what I mean, the government.
No, I don't know what you mean. That's why I ask you what you mean.
The current government.
I know your government is not my own. Well, maybe I accept as your government. I don't mind.
I think agriculture should become the center now where you buy some tractor, you help the man to move down, blow up them land, you go to the PLC or whatever, to support so that you could get the farming thing in a way where you can export. You know?
Yeah.
So we have to end up depend for other people to feed with.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, near the PM say, boy, it look like we're going to start good court man for mix marker.
Then wait, the man I'm coming from foreign, I'm working in construction, then mix smart then.
But the idiot thing that...
No, hold on. You never know for years. Say Spanish worker and Chinese worker are mix smart and push concrete in a barrel. You never know that?
That shouldn't work though.
No, I'm asking if you didn't know that.
No, not at a white...
No, years.
I am aware, Lico.
Years that are gone.
Yeah, but at the same time, when it coming from the PM should be the one to encourage the youth them now and set up a training agency to train the youth them. Tell them, say, boy, you know, next year we're going to start.
Alright, tell me something now. How long now you left school? 84.
Long.
Yes, 84. That's nearly 40 years. And yet you still talking like you expect Prime Minister to be doing the right thing.
Some point, you know.
No, you ignore. You're trying to deflect the fault off of yourself. I said that you left school nearly 40 years ago, and you should know the reality of things, and you still pretending like you expect Prime Minister to be doing the proper thing. And yet, you left school.
But hold on, Jerry. At some point, we have to change. Else things can't.
You're talking like somebody who not only never go school, but somebody who is still in a school age.
What do you mean?
Naive. You're talking naive, like you never left school 40 years ago.
So that means we accept.
I don't accept. You are the one. You accept that you think that them would be doing good. That you are revealing that you think that them would be doing good.
No, I am not saying that they should. I am saying they're supposed to be.
Yeah, you're still there. You're kind of. But after the news, you can talk again. Midday, no. Thank you, sir.
All right, boss.
Can call.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. You're simply the best.
Best FM 100 on your dial. Keep listening.
Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez with the JIS Midday News for Wednesday, May 4. Coming up, Prime Minister says Jamaica looking towards economic liberation. Health Ministry rolls out community health care program, and Jamaica Productivity Center working towards ISO 9001-2015 certification. The news in detail after the break. NIS pensioners, early encashment continues. Any pension order voucher with a payable date in May 2022 can be encashed as of Thursday, May 5. Collect your May payments at your convenience. Simply visit your designated post office. Remember, your pension vouchers can only be encashed at post offices. A message from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. Now the news. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says Jamaica is pressing ahead towards economic liberation as the nation celebrates its Diamond Jubilee of Independence. Mr. Holness says as the country reflects on its 60th year of independence, the way forward requires a change of mindset, which must accompany efforts by the government to foster enterprise and innovation.
Truly ask the question, what are we doing with our freedom and independence? I want you to celebrate, but I also want you to celebrate, to think carefully on that point. We need our economic liberation. We need to support our business. We need to be manufacturing more products. We need to be innovators and creators of technology. And just as we run fast and we dance well and we're good poets, we should also be known for our scientists and business people.
The Prime Minister was speaking at the Jamaica 60th Church service at the New Life Tabernacle in Brooklyn, New York on Sunday. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is undertaking a reform of Jamaica's primary or community health care system. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton made the disclosure in Parliament Tuesday while tabling a ministry paper reflecting the revised and situational appropriate primary health care model to be implemented starting this year. Dr. Tufton says the reform includes upgrading over 130 health centers to accommodate telehealth services, which has already begun. A new chronic care model will also be rolled out for the management of non-communicable diseases (NCDs) to provide more curative services and reduce the backlog in hospitals.
This is a legacy project, and it is a project that will
mean all of us very well. And so we are now embracing it, expanding it, adding technology to it, and hopefully over time we'll have a much more primary healthcare response that is more effective.
Dr. Tufton was making his contribution to the sectoral debate. He says the planned reform of the sector will be the most comprehensive embarked on in 44 years. The Jamaica 4-H Clubs is inviting members of the public to support youth farmers at its National Achievement Day celebrations in Denby, Clarendon on May 13. The annual event will be staged in person this year and will showcase projects and various food items grown by youth farmers across the island. Public Relations and Marketing Manager Carol McCormack is encouraging Jamaicans to turn out to see the exciting and innovative projects on display.
So we're going to be having displays featuring agriculture, food production, environmental awareness. We're also going to be having displays depicting aquaponics and hydroponics, because the 4-H Club has also encompassed as part of its training opportunities fisheries. And against this background, we also have one of our new events, which is the care and management of ornamental fish. So we're going to be having model presentations of aquaponics and hydroponics.
Ms. McCormack was speaking in an interview with the JIS News. And the Jamaica Productivity Centre, JPC, in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security is in the final stages of attaining ISO 9001-2015 certification. ISO certification establishes that a company's systems, processes and services meet internationally benchmarked standards for quality, safety and efficiency. Labour and Social Security Minister Carl Samuda says this certification, along with the implementation of the upcoming National Policy on Productivity, will chart a path for improving and enhancing the quality standards of the ministry.
The policy is being developed as a strategic tool to improve productivity across all sectors by including a changing of the culture that prioritizes productivity across various dimensions of the economy. You see, productivity is the answer for real success. The policy will be data-driven and seeks to encourage evidence-based research, advocacy training, and knowledge sharing on matters relating to productivity. It will also promote the manufacturing of higher value-added goods and services.
Minister Samuda was speaking in the House of Representatives recently. He further notes that with the new policy in place, Jamaica will also have a roadmap to achieving waste reduction in critical areas such as the production of goods and services. That was the JIS News. I'm Lorraine Mendez. A production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
BBC News. Hello, this is Jerry Smith. The European Commission President has announced plans for a total ban on oil imports from Russia as part of the latest round of sanctions against Moscow. Ursula von der Leyen told the European Parliament the Russian crude and refined oil products would be phased out by the end of this year. Bethany Bell reports.
Ursula von der Leyen said Vladimir Putin must pay a high price for what she called his brutal aggression in Ukraine. She admitted the step would not be easy, with a number of EU states heavily dependent on Russian oil. Hungary has so far opposed sanctions on Russian energy. Diplomats have suggested that it and Slovakia could be given more time to bring in the ban. The Commission's package of sanctions also includes measures against Russia's banks and high-ranking Russian military officers accused of war crimes in Bucha and Mariupol.
President Putin's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, has dismissed the EU's energy proposals as just plans. Our correspondent in Moscow, Jenny Hill, has more details.
The Kremlin is taking the calculation that it could take some time for the EU to come up with a coordinated response to its position when it comes to Russian energy supplies, not just oil, of course, but gas too. He also made the oft-repeated point here in Moscow that this is somewhat of a double-edged sword from the EU's perspective. People here are often told that any embargo on Russian gas supplies from Europe would hurt, in effect, Europe just as much, if not more, than it would hurt Russia in terms of revenue.
Sri Lanka's finance minister says the country's critical economic problems have just left $50 million of usable foreign exchange reserves in its vaults. Ali Sabri said the government, which is struggling to pay for imports of basic goods, should have approached the International Monetary Fund for a bailout loan much earlier. 3 years ago, Sri Lanka had about $7 billion worth of foreign reserves. From Colombo, here's Archana Chokla.
We know that Sri Lanka is going through the worst economic crisis in decades, and that has fueled mass protests, people demanding resignation of the government as well as essentials to be made available in the country. At this point in time, the government is also facing a no-confidence motion in the parliament, which will be put to vote in the coming days.
Kenya has deployed thousands of police and other security forces to the northern county of Marsabit following an outbreak of ethnic violence. The government says drought, political incitement, and the availability of weapons from neighbouring Ethiopia are to blame for worsening insecurity. An overnight curfew has been introduced for the next month, and a disarmament exercise is due to begin. Cattle rustling has increased significantly in Marsabit. World news from the BBC. Germany says it will no longer take part in an EU military training mission in Mali because of concerns that the soldiers it helps could fight alongside Russian forces suspected of atrocities. Last month, Human Rights Watch accused Malian troops, along with suspected Russian fighters, of executing about 300 civilian men during an operation against jihadists. The Somali government and the African Union have condemned an attack on a peacekeeping base and paid tribute to the Burundian troops who died. The Islamist militant group Al-Shabaab said it killed more than 170 soldiers on Tuesday. The claim has not been verified. Joyce Etutu reports.
Those lost will never be forgotten. The words of African Union Commission Chairperson Musa Faki Mama as he pays his respects to Burundian soldiers killed in yesterday's deadly attack in the Shabelle region in Somalia. Al-Shabaab claims its militants remain in control of El Baraf village in the region where the attack took place. A peacekeeper in the area told the BBC the assault started early Tuesday morning when two vehicles filled with explosives entered the compound. A gunfight ensued and there were many casualties.
Taiwan has reported a record daily high of more than 28,000 COVID cases. The island is continuing with its plan to relax pandemic restrictions. It's reducing the quarantine period for new arrivals from 10 days to 7. A mobile phone top-up card with 50 cents worth of credit has helped to raise about $1 million for an Egyptian charity that provides care for premature babies. The card was donated by an anonymous woman who said she wanted to help the charity but didn't have any money. She said she would give the card's code number to anyone who made a payment to the Mersal Foundation. The charity organised an auction and the phone company agreed to match total donations. BBC News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Lakshmi Singh. President Biden is urging voters to protect abortion rights by backing the candidate who supports them in the upcoming November elections. He's reacting to a leaked draft opinion revealing that the U.S. Supreme Court is poised to strike down Roe v. Wade, the landmark decision that legalized abortion nationwide. NPR's Mara Lyson reports on how Republican leaders who've long opposed abortion are calling on the GOP rank and file to exercise caution.
The National Republican Senatorial Committee issued a memo to its members that was very defensive. It encouraged them to be the compassionate consensus builders on abortion policies and to stress that Republicans do not want to take away contraception or to put doctors or women in jail. It was almost as if they were very aware of public opinion on this and the fact that they haven't won the battle for hearts and minds.
NPR's Mara Lyson reporting. Thousands of people rallied and protested across the country yesterday in support of abortion rights. There were gatherings in Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and New York City. Hundreds of people congregated in San Francisco. From member station KQED, Alex Emsley has more.
People here concerned about abortion access say for now they can depend on California to safeguard those rights. But Caroline Hannon says they're worried for women elsewhere who may lose access to abortion.
As a female-bodied person, I am really scared for other people like me and for the future of this country.
Hannon says learning about the fight for access to safe abortions is core to their political identity. They've traveled to other states with more limited access to advocate for abortion rights. Now, choices for people in those states might be narrowed even more. For NPR News, I'm Alex Emsley in San Francisco.
Russia continues to bombard Ukraine. A group of evacuees who escaped a steel plant in the besieged city of Mariupol is now recovering in the city of Zaporizhia. NPR's Dwanka Kisses has more.
English teacher Alex Dibko is enjoying a plate of fresh salad and a sky full of sunshine in Zaporizhia. He and his family hid in the vast catacombs of the Azovstal plant in Mariupol for 2 months. As the evacuation convoy pulled away this weekend, he saw what was left of the Azovstal steel plant.
A mess of stone, iron, and dust. I saw it only in the movies about the Second World War. I would never have thought that I would see it with my own eyes.
Hundreds of Ukrainian soldiers and civilians are still in the shelters under the Azovstal plant. The UN is negotiating another evacuation. Joanna Kakissis, NPR News, Zaporizhia, Ukraine.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 19 points at 33,109. This is NPR News. The Federal Reserve is widely expected to hike interest rates again as it wraps up another meeting. The central bank expected to raise its benchmark short-term rate by more than the usual amount to counter the highest inflation in the U.S. in 40 years. Comedian Dave Chappelle is reported to be okay after he was tackled during his performance at the Hollywood Bowl last night. Security guards caught up with a suspect who apparently sustained injuries and was taken away in an ambulance. Chappelle was attacked as he was performing at a Netflix comedy event. ABC News cites police sources saying the suspect was booked into jail on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon. He's being held on $30,000 bail. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has announced its class of 2022, a mix of country, pop, and hip-hop. From member station WKSU, Kabir Bhatia reports.
An act is eligible for the Rock Hall 25 years after its debut record, and British superstars Duran Duran passed that milestone over a decade ago. But with several projects generating renewed interest in the band, they ran away with close to 1 million of the 5.5 million fan votes for this year's nominees. They'll be inducted this fall alongside controversial rapper Eminem and Dolly Parton, who began as a country singer in the 1960s but crossed over to mainstream success as a performer, songwriter, actress, and entrepreneur. She had previously released a statement refusing the nomination but remained on the ballot. Rounding out this year's class are Harry Belafonte, Judas Priest, and 9 other acts. For NPR News, I'm Kabir Bhatia in Cleveland.
I'm Lakshmi Singh, NPR News.
If you ever wonder how the world's most successful leaders got to where they are, what struggles they faced, and what kept them going, there's a show for you. Each week on my new podcast, my guests reveal how to think more like a leader. Check out Wisdom from the Top from NPR and Luminary.
Bess FM 100 on your dial. Keep
the station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station. Moving.
My station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
DJ, can't you see I'm happy, happy, happy.
Isaac Music presents the single I Am Happy by Mary Isaac, produced by Sangy Davis, distributed by Top Song International, available on iTunes and all digital platforms. Email.
I'm happy, so very happy, yeah. I've been waiting for your love, my love. Get done waiting for your love, my love. Thank you, Lord, for sending love to me. I'm so blessed, I'm feeling so complete. I've been yearning for your love so long. Kept on yearning for your love so long. Now my heart is happy and free, full of love, so much love flowing for you and me. I'm happy, so very happy, I've been praying for your love, my love. Knelt and prayed for your love, my love. You're the gift, a special gift that finally 'cause we're alive, get happy. Turn up the sound, everyone around, be happy. I'm happy, 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 yeah. I've been waiting for your love, my love. You're done waiting for your love, my love. Thank you, love, for sending love to me. I'm so blessed, I'm feeling so complete. Oh, I'm so blessed to love, I'm feeling so complete.
Live the life. Respect the music. And keep your radio locked in.
The Best 100 FM.
Half a tree, 100, half a tree. Bossy, how you do I take taxi start?
Jano, I want to tell you, say, at 2 months now, my transmission mash up, you know, and I check everybody and can't hear nothing positive.
Yeah, hear me? You waste all that time I shop around and never call the experts. Winters Auto have them. Them have over 35 years of experience and them diagnose the problem and get back your transmission brand new. For them service excellent and efficient. Trust me, man. You hear me? Call them at 929-7040 or go to them at 106 Maxfield Avenue, Kingston 13 and talk directly to the boss. Just tell them I'm me send you.
You big star. Yeah, man. Respect my boss.
Try and call me, cause trust me.
Waiters Auto Spares and Repairs, good afternoon.
What a relief.
For a better choice in all your electrical supplies, A, authorized 3M dealer and better brand names. B, better service including free island-wide delivery. C, all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales. Shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We make your electrical jobs as easy as ABC. Call 754-382-528 or fax 754-3659. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice.
You good? You can get better. Spread the word. Straight Up gets better on Bess FM. Straight Up, Jerry Small, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays on Bess 100 FM. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. I'm your host, Robin Jerry Small. The numbers are 279-8473, 279-8473, and 619-1508. 619-1508. Also streaming live on the internet. Bess FM, Straight Up, Robin Jerry Small.
If you're to feel it, you've got to be clean. You got to make it straight. You can't be lean. Share the joys togetherness can bring. Will you just have here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Here to pick up the PC. Let a place look good, my brother. Let a place keep clean, my sister. Let a place look good, my brother. Let a place keep clean, my sister. So come along, my brother.
Welcome back to the program here now. And we're into the second half of the program on this day, the 4th of May. This day, the 4th of May 2022. And the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508, and 279-8473. 279-8473. Yes, I express my personal opinion. I not tell nobody that I know even the half of very little I know, like most of the human beings I know very little. So don't bother make it be too much of a difficulty, and don't worry. You never follow what me say about God and life not being male and female, but bigger than male and female, and so on and all them kind of thing. We'll soon get back to some live chat. I know the live chat having some difficulty with the humming in the audio of the YouTube. But anyway, let's get back to the telephone. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the program.
Welcome, Mr. Smart.
Wagwan.
Well, I am traveling to a place named Catherine Hall as we speak.
Catherine Hall. Catherine Hall or Catherine Peak?
Catherine Hall. What name, Jerry? Up in the hill there.
Up in the hills, over Mavis Bank way? Up Newcastle way?
Red Hills way.
Red Hills.
The house, pan top of house.
Catherine Hall. Oh, I know where you're talking.
When you go up there, you see house, pan top of house.
Yeah.
Some famous cricketer live up here, Jerry.
It slipped me, I know.
They live up here. Chris Gale live up here.
Yeah.
Marlon Samuels. Most cricketers retiring up here.
Yeah.
And you know where most athletes retiring, Jerry?
Yeah.
They're retiring in Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, most of the Jamaican athletes, they're retiring in either Beverly Hills or in the Cherry Gardens area.
Well, Beverly Hills, I would understand because they can stay there, so I look down on the stadium.
Yeah, and the lifestyle in Beverly Hills has maintained over the years.
What do you mean the lifestyle has been maintained? What do you mean?
The people that live up there.
Mike, still good?
Yeah, they live good quality life up there.
Good quality life?
Yeah, standard of living is good up there.
Or material, oh yes.
Yeah, you know, a piece of land up there.
What's that?
Like Portmore here, where I live in Portmore.
Yeah.
When a piece of land in Portmore would value at 7 million, the same land in Beverly Hills would value 35 million.
Or more.
Or more, Jerry, or more. So you get more value for your investment. And the same piece of land in Arnett Garden wouldn't even value 500,000. What cause that, Mr. Smart?
No, ask me, man. Explain to the people, man.
Mr. Smart, we'll come back to that. But two breaking news.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin has cancer.
Who tell you that?
It's come out in the news in Russia.
You sure say Russia put out the news, eh?
Yeah, he has cancer and he has to go into the doctor tomorrow. Because it's a very aggressive form of cancer. So it looks like God stepping at the war.
Man, that's some squad missile cancer.
Well, you never can tell, Mr. Small, because these people are around all different type of chemicals. A lot of his soldiers was exposed to radiation recently.
Oh yeah, I hear that 22 year now Putin control Russia.
Well, after, you remember when they licked down the Berlin Wall?
Yeah.
He was part of that Russian spy group that was in Berlin at the time.
Yeah.
And he lost his job and he run taxi for 1 year to feed his family.
Yeah, man, I know how we run taxi, man.
Vladimir Putin was a taxi driver for 1 year in Russia.
Yeah.
After they break down the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
And then now him work him way back.
Then him get back him KGB red plate.
Yeah, he's a scholar, you know, Jerry.
Yeah.
He's a top Russian spy and thing. He know a lot of things about the secrets of the world.
Must scholar in what area?
In spy technology and espionage and all these things.
That mean him and Netanyahu in the same
bracket. Man, them go to the same school. But Jerry, you see this wiretapping thing that you were talking about?
Yeah.
They are masters at that.
Yeah, man.
And they are masters at cyber crime and cyber, what they call it, cyber, like if they want to, like how they're going to attack the banking system of the West.
Yeah.
Because they expect the banking system of the West to come under collapsing and they're going to use cyber and attack it. Putin good at that. He's an expert. Yeah, in Germany, breaking news there, in Germany.
Yeah.
The president of Germany, they send out to the citizens that they must store at least 10 days supply of extra food in their houses. So they must start work on their pantry. And that message is circulating all over Europe now. Yeah, those are. So Putin has to go to the doctor tomorrow. A team of doctor, and then what they expect to come in the summer, because they expect food to short in the next 90 days. And they're telling the people to store food. Especially, and they must store pet food to Jerry, because the pets going to, they must not let the pets starve. Yeah, Jerry. Pet food has become so expensive that I even encourage in Jamaica to look out for the dog next door, or the food.
When you say look out for me, mean for name dog?
Pardon me?
When you say look out for the dog next door, for what? For capture them?
No, like if you have a dog in your area, somebody have a dog, when you cook all your big Sunday dinner, don't throw away the bone in the rubbish pan. Ask your neighbor if you can share your dinner with the dog.
Share dinner? Oh, you invite the dog over for Sunday dinner?
You're therefore over Jerry, some of your bone and all of those things.
Oh.
Because they say based on the inflation, a lot of animals they starve because people neglect them. Then Jerry.
But the dog will sue for the dog will sue for maintenance, you know, or dog tenants.
Well, well, they don't really stick on that law in Jamaica. But if you're abroad and your pet starve, they may lock you up. But Jerry, you know that even in Jamaica here, the judges, when they retire, you see, like the Supreme Court judges and the Circuit Court judges, it is now said that when they reach like 80-year-old, they're running out of money.
The retired one?
Yeah, and what that means that most of the money, they can't take care of the medical. Jerry.
Yeah.
If you know that a circuit court judge in Jamaica, their pension is their pay till them dead.
Them pension is what?
Their pension is their pay till them dead.
Full salary, oh you say?
Yeah, like all the one who signed the Klansman case, you know.
Right.
When he retire, you know, his salary is his pay till him dead.
Yeah.
But when they reach 80, they realize that they can't take care of the medical. So they are telling the Jamaican government now that they need to do something about their pension. You can imagine that, Jay? And yet you have people working the minimum wage, not being paid their full salary at the end of the week, and not even getting a pay slip.
Yeah, much less pension.
Jerry!
Yeah.
Something seriously wrong in another country, Jerry.
Today the 4th of May you find out that. Today the 4th of May you find out that.
Every day we find out something more, Jerry. Jerry!
Yeah.
You know, say every day we learn more things, especially when we listen to the radio station.
Yeah.
And nothing me no know. You hear the
Eh?
Christopher Tufton yesterday?
What am I
Tell the
saying?
Parliament. You know, hear him in the Parliament?
What am I saying?
Him say Christopher Tufton, the Minister of Health. Him say Jamaica is a sick population.
Split.
Him say one of,
What am I saying? Split.
Sick, S-I-C-K, say Jamaica is a sick population.
Okay.
1 out of every 3 Jamaicans have hypertension. 1 out of every 2 is either overweight or obese. And 1 out of every 8 is have diabetes. But him never tell the Parliament which group him fall in. And how sick the cabinet is. Him not tell them that.
What profession him is?
What profession?
Yeah.
You mean in terms of his personal profession?
Yeah.
Well, I know he's not a medical doctor.
What kind of doctor?
And I know that he went to the university and he got some doctorate in some literature thing. I don't want to misquote him, but it's not medicine.
And it's not.
But he might run the ministry. Him name Dr. Tufton. He's running the ministry of health, but he don't know nothing about medicine.
Him know anything about health?
He don't know nothing about the Jamaican people health. Because if your head hurt you, you have to tell the doctor say your head hurt you. He can't know. Jerry!
Yeah.
Never leave this with you and your listeners. My mother is 78. And I don't think she getting $15,000 a month for her pension.
No, but you can't talk with the mother private business.
Just listen, me not Jerry, man. Me not Jerry, me and my mother. My mother coming like my second skin, you know, man.
Second what?
My mother.
Yeah.
She coming like my second skin, like my skin when me have on for my body.
What you say?
Yeah, so me when me a talk and I tell you something, I learn. I want the people them to learn like how me learn.
So that means that she's like Mary. She's like Mary not Magdalene. She's like Mary Joseph. Eh? She's like Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Yeah. My mother,
JC.
my mother never tell me a lie yet.
Eh?
My mother never tell me a lie yet.
Oh, you verify that?
You know that, man. Hey, you tell me one thing, you tell me, say, we not to judge people by words, we must judge them by action only.
Yeah.
And the day when you tell me that, you stretch the only.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can judge my mother by action only. My mother not take up the phone and beg me nothing, you know.
What you say?
I tell you, if my mother take up the phone, my mother will never take up the phone and say, never beg you $2,000. She will never do it. Because she knows she doesn't have to do it. She's in my budget. But listen this, Jerry.
Yeah.
You have a judge getting him salary, him pay, and when him reach 80 years old, him still beg the government to have mercy upon him. And he need more pay than them the government to listen to. And you have a woman at 70 years and live in a jungle. And for her pension of $15,000 a month. I mean, I hear nobody talk about raising the NIS pension. I mean, I hear nobody talk about that. But the Minister of Health tell the Jamaican people about the Jamaican people sick. And he now tell the people them which category of sickness him falling, Andrew Holness falling, and the members of the cabinet falling, because the whole of them picking up.
A traveling sickness them up.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin. You know what doctors they put in to deal with female cancer that is so aggressive?
Yeah.
They call it a team of specialist doctors, you know.
Yeah.
And him say, by now at the end of the month, he must cut off him oil supply from Europe, and Europe will go ban him oil too. And you know which oil them I tell you will get more expensive?
I know the oil when I'm back though.
Diesel.
Oh, diesel. Anyway,
oil?
Yeah, diesel oil, yeah.
Remember, most people buy diesel vehicle in order to escape the prices of gas.
Yeah, and SUV.
Yeah. Well, now diesel will be far more expensive than gas.
Yeah, I think it's gone past I think I'm past 87 long time.
So you can imagine what 2030 and 2040 Jamaica will look like.
All right.
Hey, Jerry Small.
Call me back, man, because you'll get too depressed, man.
You take care of yourself, and you're the one of the only radio announcer in Jamaica. With everything what you tell me are true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like Jesus. Speak the truth to
All right,
the
don't do
people,
that now.
Jerry.
Don't do that. Enough of that now.
You take care.
Yeah. You believe that JC stands for Jesus Christ. We have no more call there? Good afternoon. Welcome.
Indeed, brother Jerry.
Oh, go ahead.
What I tell you, can't do easy, you know.
Yeah, man.
I'm definitely related to the former U.S. President, Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, eh? A peanut farmer, yeah.
You understand? Jerry, you know, say, as you mentioned something earlier on about Germany in passing.
Yeah.
You recall sometime last year, it could be the year before, where a white woman, I don't remember if it's in Europe or in the U.S.
Yeah.
She said she was watching a documentary on slavery. And she was so overwhelmed with emotion and what the black people went through that she decided to send the University of the West Indies millions of dollars in what she described as her personal reparation.
Where she was, outside Jamaica?
Yeah, man. You never hear about it?
I don't think so, no.
All right, I will get some details on it for you. But yeah, man, it was in one of the major deals, you know.
So we can apply for some of them reparations?
Well, that's a good question. I can work on that one too. Yeah, he mentioned Germany, and I was just reflecting. I noticed over time, you see, Germany have been doing what you could call some humanitarian services, you know.
Where?
I mean, in terms of in various countries. All right, for example, yesterday war with Ukraine and Russia, where they offered to send help to Ukraine.
Germany?
Yes. From time to time, they send medical help to other countries too. You know?
Yeah.
Not in terms of war, but medical assistance and so on. And I realize that they are very generous. So I'm wondering, is it because of their past? You know, is that a factor in terms of their generosity, you know? Yeah, I don't know if you have noticed it, but it's something that I've observed.
Yes, and well, I don't know about before, but I think that a lot of the German politicians and German people would like to compensate for some of the wickedness like the Hitler regime did for the 13 years that it was in power in Germany. 13 years.
Indeed, that's what I'm driving at.
Yeah.
Jerry, we're good friend Bert Samuels. I see where I was just checking out social media a while ago, and I see where he is coming under some verbal attack.
From who?
Maybe I should say written attack. From persons who are commenting. Well, he's saying that the premier of the BVI, he can evoke diplomatic immunity. Some people are saying Bert is chatting rubbish. It will be interesting to see how this one unfolds, you know.
How him as a colonial functionary can on his own invoke diplomatic immunity?
That's a very good question. I think I'm going to read what Bert is saying on it.
Yeah.
It would be very interesting to find that out, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, Jerry, what the hell took place, I get to understand, over in at the Hopewell High School in Hanover yesterday?
I was vaguely here. What them say?
Well, I gathered that some students, two sets of students clash over a dispute. I gathered that some students were seen spray paint in the name of a certain incarcerated DJ on the wall. And some other students would have none of it.
Yeah.
And I gathered that argument broke out, and it ended up in one big brawl, and stone and sticks were drawn.
Yeah, sir.
I gathered that even as we speak, police are keeping an eye on the school and surrounding areas to prevent.
So what them DJ then?
What's the name of that DJ again? Why, Jerry, if I tell you the truth, some of them later days DJ, I don't keep a track on them. But I'll find out his name and get back to you.
Yeah, man.
But again, they closed school early yesterday out of precaution, you know? Yeah, man. Jerry, are you a fan of Sanchez?
I like plenty of music, yes, but right.
Okay. Well, my condolences goes out to you, you know? You know, he lost his son on the weekend.
Yes, after him was getting consoled about his mother.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. He used to take me taxi when me in a taxi business.
Oh, yeah.
So I get from him, yeah.
Yeah, good driver then, man.
Yeah, man.
And you know when to stop at all.
Yeah, right.
Before I leave, Jerry, I can leave you and the listeners then with this. The average person may need a lawyer once, perhaps twice in their lifetime.
Yeah.
They might need the services of doctors a few times. But they need the farmer every day.
The farmer, yeah, man.
Indeed.
Cool, no?
Food for thought.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
Howdy more. Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, blessed, Mr. Smart.
Wagwan.
Blessed, I'm blessed to all the listeners, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we were yesterday, I heard now Mr. Tufton. Yeah, saying that 600 and what's the 60 people? 60,000 people. 660,000.
Yeah.
Jamaica have diabetes.
Oh, that's about 1/4 of the population.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it must be based on the people to exercise more and you know and all that. And him come bring back him exercise thing there, but him say what's the name that go run it? The girl that he used to run.
Used to run
where she MP now, man, where she used to run
oh, Miss Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Cuthbert, yeah, Juliet Cuthbert. And him going to bring it back and you know, that are the same thing they, you know, where them buy it from, where them send it, do same thing where it costs to mix up with it, where in the one of the journalist. Oh yes, I think they were hinting that he was involved in the ownership of that company. What name? Forgot what the company name that was promoting the.
A market me.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, and then him said them. Then after it cause a controversy, him come and say the government buy it. Buy out market me. So if you buy it out, if you buy out something, you know, it don't make no sense, you know, because you can't get a quote and that.
Oh.
It's just similar like how when the Petrojam thing there, when you employ the woman with now qualification.
Yeah.
And when the woman lose a job and get fired, them give the woman 13 million a taxpayers' money. Yeah. So now, may I say now, you as a minister of health, right?
Yeah.
You see a problem like that now, right? Now, I feed people and feed them body the right way, you know. People them can't get to eat when they're supposed to eat, you know. So people are feed them body for rice. And you see rice, after a while rice turn sugar. When you eat, you eat for rice, you know, turn sugar in a year, you know. You understand? And it now mention not about the eating part and to the people I get a mother I get $9,000 can't feed them body, you know. That's him now, you can just in
other words, you can't feed him body upon the best thing, so him buy a rice where it's a kind of bulk.
See? So it now attack the problem, you know. And say, boy, yeah, me, this is that. But him attack as if like how him work serious.
Yeah.
You know a man say like you give a man a job and a man say, boy, really, but him not talk about the job itself if you give a man an easy job. You understand? Now, I try to figure out when we hear him say the people and a whole of people in a public to do surgery, but them are wait pan the people them. You know the people we used to come and see?
Come from where?
Come and see in a ship and come in, come do.
Oh, the hope ship, some of them health ship there.
Yeah, them are wait pan them to come run off some of the backlash. A people, them, the amount of people when they do surgery in Jamaica and public and all that thing. No. I mean, hear people blank, people are lit down the place in the parliament. So I say, you know myself and I say, what all them people I know? Imagine, you know, if I want to do a surgery, especially like all a cancer surgery and certain surgery, and couple of months delay and all them things, then all, even a year or two delay, can't cause them cancer to grow and them dead, you know?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
I mean, hear the people man lick down and them lick down, I say, but Jamaica really, we have to wait till people, them support them see people, them support them not come. At that state of Jamaica gone.
Long time.
Eh?
Long time.
So when you look on the level, you see, some people are complaining all the way about Spanish Town. How Spanish Town dirty and how it's rubbish and this and that. But at the same time, the MP for Spanish Town, the Babsy Green, when you look, she busy all about being them give out the amount of money with the Queen. When them say them spend on the Queen, them will come here over here. And guess how much them say cost down Bob Marley place there.
Bob Marley place?
No, Bob Marley place, down a Jonestown, them on.
Oh, the culture yard, yes.
Yeah. Them say $50,000.
Yeah, imagine.
Hey, you see how them people that take for feed that? So me I say to myself, so then the rest of them were down there and Maglan play jump for Queen. How much them get?
Must get a 50 out of the 1,000.
But well, why I tell you, say, hey, them people that sometimes, you know, I tell you, everything, you know, costs more, you know. But down there, so, only get $50,000.
Yeah, man, they're an expenditure. Each plate of the food that them serve up at the dinner for them costs $40,000. But all of the musicians down a culture yard together, them get a plate and a quarter, or them get $50,000. So them get a plate and a side plate. You share among them.
And a side plate.
Yeah. What drop the crumbs off of the table.
Hey, the day they know Jerry, I have a work out at RGG and I go some boom and make a job road. And I tell you, say, the couldn't even come off, you know, man, couldn't come out. But hey, the way I feel embarrassed, I tell you, say, I go home and like me and say, what this? Father, what Jamaica come to? Because when we looking at, you see all some rats around there.
You see all some what?
You
see all some what?
Some rats.
Eh?
You see some rats.
Yeah.
See, outside, you know, the man, them well dressed, me I say, them the man there, well dressed to come to the, who the man there, when they read, and on a protest, you see the man them a protest, you know. See, and me I say, no. And then now you see the style, you know, them get $50,000 them say them pay.
That means some of them not get.
That means some of them not get. And so, some of them not get nothing. See? I'm around there play jump for Queen, and when you hear now, you hear Grenada run with the Queen.
Yeah, they move fast.
Run them way, you know.
Embarrassment, man. I forgot to our next call because I get too embarrassing.
Anyway, bless you, yeah?
Thank you, sir. Sum it up good.
Yeah, man.
I tell you, boy, man, I tell you. Next call. Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sir Jerry.
How go on?
Yeah, man, radio at its best.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, I listen to the program every day I'm listening, but I'm going to start my thing from Shypen Road, Ascot Street, Tudley Park Road, come all the way around.
Yeah.
East Street. Then you have Melcalf Street. 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, going right up to 7th to 9th Street. All of them land down here, the bridge in a talk about.
Yeah.
All your 500,000.
Per lot.
I don't think that. Them land value nothing. Because if you start from Slipen Road and come all the way around from Public Hospital, North Street, come on to Bond Street. All of them land and the people them will live around there. Live in squalor.
Yes, and solely if you park up all board.
Yeah. And the lifestyle where the people them are live, where the politicians create from them. It not have no change to change because the other day I listen to person from your program and say some building downtown where people can build up and fix up and make people live in. And when really I say, when you ever bring back people in the days where they would live down there from long time and them build house and house and the people. And a pure garrison and gunman and bad man because there's, if you have your children them down there, you try to bring them out to something good. The first thing people are saying, how you going like you so not.
Yeah.
So if we want a change, we can think about to bring back them the land that down the top for people go live. At the same way that go right back where we're coming from. You understand? But I'm not really that I call about. Me call about Portmore, because I live at Portmore now. Me come out of the garrison, thank God. Me get a little 2 square land at Portmore. And him say, the land at Portmore now value is 17 or probably 18, 13 million, all depends on where you're there.
No, Carter said 8 million. No, Carter said the land value 8 million.
Yeah, for him value 8 million. So this value more because if you look on the quad them, the market value for quad is 6 million and not, you know, do nothing to it yet.
Yeah.
So if you put on 2 room on the quad, living all on veranda, you're supposed to go on over the 8 million what him a talk about. Anyway, I talk about the investment in a Portmore now, Bongo Chair.
Yeah.
A lot of people come to Portmore will never dream of coming to Portmore. Because I come to Portmore in a 94 and go up my youth them and run Matalan. Matalan take for himself and a lot of investors now see Portmore as a place where them can come make a wall of money. They toll up as if you leave your yard and to come back to your yard, you have to pay. So if you say you come out of Portmore and to come back to Portmore, you have to give government some money. Anyway, the beautification of Portmore me really want to talk about. What are these investors doing to enhance beautification in a Portmore where them come and all a bag of money from Portmore people? Price right open, progressive stores open, all of a low level of investment happening in a Portmore. Can they do something to beautify Portmore and make it look good? They may start something which was a good initiative, beautification thing. But we want more of that from the investors. We need roads, sidewalks, stuff and I talk about beautification, health and wellness, which is right. But look, are you putting anything in place for citizens can walk? Citizens barely have a sidewalk. If you look for Ascot School, Ascot Primary, Ascot High School, and Ascot Basic School, there's no sidewalk around there for people to walk on, you know. So we need sidewalk. Okay? We need sidewalk for people can walk and morning time them can get up and walk and then release the people in some of these obesity and stress where them have. The government and the private sector need to put things in place because they must take out a whole heap of money out of Portmore. And they're not giving back Portmore people nothing.
So hear me now. The urgency to make Portmore in a city, you see?
Yeah.
You understand it?
The urgency to make it into a city. Does it ready for a city or a parish?
I ask if you understand it.
No, I don't understand.
Well, if you notice, I Labour right them a push. Labour right them a push to make it in a city right now. Which party control the St. Catherine Parish Council?
The Jamaica Labour Party.
No. Who is the mayor? Who is the mayor of Spanish Town?
I will name again. I can't help me with that one again.
Name Norman Scott, I believe.
Norman Scott.
What party him represent?
Norman Scott is a comrade.
Yes, and it's because of the strong support the PNP in a Portmore. We have a much larger population, I think, than Spanish Town. Why PNP can dominate the St. Catherine Parish Council. And it's Wheatley. Wheatley the main organizer for get Portmore out of the St. Catherine Parish Council. And him and the other one named Terry Lam. It's a job them get from Wellness, for a campaign on that.
It's to get political popularity.
Yeah, to separate out Portmore and get to PNP and say, alright, you go on with that. Because them want to control back St. Catherine Parish Council.
I don't know, but I think the beautification of Portmore, we need more beautification.
Anyway, before deal with the beautification, just go check out what they are making Portmore into a city is really about. Check it out and call them back tomorrow and we can talk about it. Alright, yes sir? How the more? Next one, good afternoon, welcome. Welcome to the program. Are you there? Welcome. Wyatt, please welcome to the program. Are you there? Not here? Alright, the numbers are 619-1508, 619-1508 and 279-8473, 279-8473. Taking some of the live chat here now. Johnny Johnson said, alright, immediately after, Johnny Johnson said, the physical manifestation of God on earth is the sonship of Jah, the one-ship of Him, I the Selassie, King of Kings, Lion of Judah, Prince of Peace, elect of God, Shiloh, 225th active monarch of Solomon dynasty. We have a call? Back to the telephone. Good afternoon, welcome.
Hey Jerry, good afternoon.
Go on, ma'am.
Not a thing. I'm trying to understand what that caller was saying a while ago, because if you know Jonestown well, you know.
Yes, I know it.
Yeah, him know Jonestown well because them call out the name of the streets them that him call.
Yeah.
Some of them they come here like they don't even exist.
Most people don't remember some of them names.
Some of them streets there because from you come off from you come off Orange Street, that little road, the Calabar Avenue, you come onto Slide Pen
Road right by Jubilee there.
Yeah, no, Calabar Avenue, the one run by the Jewish cemetery off in front of the Fire Brigade station.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that little road there, and then it come down into
Drummond Street. Drummond Street.
Drummond Street down further like that.
Yeah man. It join up as I say, Orange Street.
Yeah, and then Study Park Road, and what a lot of people don't even know too, you know, Jerry, Calabar High School started on in Jonestown, right? It's a Study Park Road, you know.
Yes, I know.
Over what was I think maybe after Calabar left, the Baptist Union start Calabar, you know.
Yeah.
After Calabar left to maybe where it is now, they look at the government, they take it over Austin School, they did it, so remember?
Yeah.
And because we still used to go over there, you know, and we used to call it Calabar because of that we grew up and know say Calabar used to do there. Yeah.
Yeah, because you still have Calabar Primary School, little more east.
Downtown.
Little more east, but it was part of the same
It was part of the same organization.
I think about 1951 Calabar moved go up
Red
Hills Road. That time Red Hills Road a country, no?
Yes. And they know, and you know that Jerry, note a history note. Calabar is a place in Africa where
Nigeria, yeah.
Yeah, where they used to ship the slaves them from.
Not only that, hold on. Not only that, the Baptists them did have used to send missionaries from Jamaica to Nigeria to help convert some of the Nigerian to the Baptist church.
Okay.
And when some of them come back from Nigeria, all of Jamaican will spend time as missionary in Nigeria, them decide to build a whole complex of educational institution, starting with a theological college.
Yes,
but that did build down in a Trelawney in the hill. The hill overlooking Rio Bueno.
Okay.
So if you go down a Rio Bueno right now and drive up the road like you go soon tell the name of the town there. You buck up in that Calabar Theological College and the origins. They still have all some of the ruin of the old time building them up there.
Okay.
Daniel Town, and before you shop at Daniel Town. And the district up the name Calabar. The
Because I
district
think
up
I
the
read
name
it
Calabar.
reminded them.
What is it, ma'am?
It reminded them of that place in a Nigeria named Calabar, because that's how people used to name a lot of colonial places, you know. It reminds them of where they're coming from.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so Calabar High School started from right now, Johnson, and I did know. You look at the Baptist people, them too, you know, Jomo, my son named Jomo.
Yeah, Christmas Jomo.
Yeah, my son, Joe, because Jomo Kenyatta, my name him, you know, I call him. And,
what you say?
Yeah, because
the burning spear.
Some of them have European name, but then they did start get involved now, and you know, start.
Yeah, because Jomo Kenyatta did have a European name one time.
Oh, he did?
Yes, him the name Johnson something or another.
Oh, just like Kwame Nkrumah come from Ghana, don't it, Jerry? Right?
Yeah, Gold Coast.
Wasn't he the one who got married to the Egyptian? What would I call them? White?
No, I'm not white. Yeah, I think Nasser, him friend Nasser was president of Egypt. Arranged to get a nice Egyptian girl for him.
Yeah, but she, you know, but her complexion, you know.
Yeah, man, I meet him daughter, you know.
And
Nkrumah and the Egyptian woman have a daughter, boy.
Yeah,
she come up at university about 5 years ago or 6-7 years ago.
Okay. But you know, so the Ghanaian people, them never did too enamored about the whites, about the wife, you know, maybe because of our coloration.
Him never used to bring her too much up front.
Yeah, because them things them were married to a white woman, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know, the age of Pan-Africanism.
Egyptian.
Yeah, and then now two people to want to make it look like Egypt, everything in North Africa. They want to make it look like on a part of Africa. You understand, Jerry?
Yeah.
You know, people who them can blindfold and people who try to read and have an understanding for themselves, them tell them that. But back to Jamaica now.
No, but before you go back to Jamaica, all you go to Ghana, you know, in them time, them don't want to call you white woman, you know.
Jerry, need to stop saying that, because Jerry, I'm not even that light.
No, but I'm not disparaging you.
No, you're not, Jerry, but hello, I just said that, Jerry, and people similar.
But it's true, it's only your mouth now.
Don't answer with Jerry at all.
No, let me talk now, man. Let me talk, man.
Uh-huh.
It's only your mouth now. When them see the beauty of your mouth now, them just say, no, this is not a white woman.
All right, okay. All right, come I have the African lips. I never people have a pain of Botox face.
You have the African tongue too.
Wait a little bit, Jerry, talking about looks and African. Before, and then I wanted to say the Baptist people, I think they're the one who laid out Johnstown, because the main street, the Pride Street way, you know Pride Street in Johnstown.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was a Baptist minister named
Price, yeah.
Yeah, and the big church down there too, Johnstown Baptist Church. So I think the Baptist people, them, you know, had a hand in laying out Johnstown. But talking about African people and our look, and even with the women. Remember yesterday we were talking about Sarah Bartman, the South African
the Hottentot Venus.
Yeah, the Hottentot. And you know, Hottentot now, I grew up here in Hottentots too, because when I go primary school, you know. So I'm like them old time school, the teacher used to teach me everything, you know. We grew up here in Hottentots, you know. But now, because of political correctness, you can't call people a lot of things now, you know, Jerry. Like
because in our geography we learn about Hottentot.
Yeah, and we thought you learn it. Primary school, no, you go prep school or high school.
We learn before we go high school, man.
All right, me learn before me go high school to Jerry, right? But you cannot call people certain names nowadays, like all Eskimos and all of that, because people become so political correct. And I think the reason why, Jerry, because sometimes some of these labels, for want of a better term, they are embedded in the culture of the people. But two white people take it and turn it around so much and treat the people them so bad. People have become so political aware, so them don't really want people call them certain things again, like even Native Americans. Me grew up here Indian. You can't say, if you say Indian, Red Indian, that is like a derogatory term.
Yeah.
You have to say Native American.
Yeah, that even some of the football team, them American football team, with the some of the so-called Red Indian name, them have to stop using them over the last 10 years.
The Washington Braves and all of that, them have to rename them themselves.
On top,
because white people, oh God, Europeans, because of exploitation, people have become so aware on how them used to treat them. People don't want, want hear them call them name there, because even Eskimos that I grew up learning about and read that in a book. You have to call them first world people now.
No, not the First Nation. No, not First World, First Nation.
First Nation.
Or Inuit.
Inuit, yes. Well, the only one that has stuck through the time and has withstood the test of time is the Aborigines of Australia. That's still there. They've not really changed that. But every other race or nationality or whatever.
I like you now, them would call you Igbo,
I know.
Why?
I know, because the red boy,
no, that are the Jamaican version. Igbo in Africa, Igbo. But in Jamaica now we start to red Igbo.
Red Igbo, oh. That's why I never did like Germany. Them used to, that I never like. And then
why you never like it?
Because them wicked Jerry, them tease you, Jerry.
Who tease you?
Kids, when we grow up, Jerry, black is fancy or something like that.
What?
Red of corruption.
What them say?
You don't know.
No, you talk too fast. What you say them teasers, sir?
Black is fancy or something like that, and red is corruption. That them used to say.
Make them move and go from us.
And when you look a bit, Jerry, there was no concept, no like how people are crave after light skin and a bleach and so. We grew up in an era, Jerry, where you're black and you're black. If you're light skin, you're just light skin, but you're still black. But nobody never had bleach and take out the melanin for getting a light skin complexion, Jerry.
No, people are bleach. No, people are bleach from before me born.
But Jerry, maybe when Jerry never upfront and personal, so when
people never used to boast. Them never used to boast that them are bleach, but people are bleach from before me born. But man never bleach.
Man, yeah. Well, so uptown people do them little thing, but them not call it bleach.
No, yeah, people, man. Them not see them man.
They tongue. They go to the spa and get tongue.
No, that time spa, not never named spa Jamaica yet, man.
Not spa never there, but for the ones them know where go get exfoliated.
Them a buy some soap named Pond's and all them way there.
Yeah, Pond's in long time. I grew up with the Pond's vanishing cream. Pond's are one.
Yeah, vanishing. How would them want to vanish? What do you think them want to vanish?
Come to think of it now, Jerry, it does what my eye to something I didn't know, Pond's vanishing cream it them.
Yeah, but what them want to vanish?
No, are you fear to use it Pond's almost a melanin when you think back?
Yeah, the black them want to vanish. But them claims say them Them claims say a beauty spot them want to take out, but
yeah. But Jerry, when me grew up still, we used to do some things, you see. We used to get eyebrow pencil, the black eyebrow pencil, Jerry, and we put a little mark, like a little point mark, and we call it beauty spot.
Yes, all side of your nose and all them places.
Yes.
But you can't put it down below your nose, For instead it look like one, it look like not.
Oh.
And people say a nose not.
Yeah, we grew up and do that.
So the beauty spot they have to be above the bridge.
Yeah. And when I grew up with Jerry, me and I did it to my children too. Black mothers, Jerry, we grew up. When you have your babies, when you feed them, Jerry, you rub them bottom, you push it upward. Say, them say, make up them bottom, man. Your granny that tell you, say, make up the baby bottom. So you push up them bottom and see the man them pay much money now for do enhance.
Why them push it up them time?
Me no know, you know, Jerry. Me no know.
To make it smaller?
No, me no know. They must have to build it up, Jerry. Me no know. Jerry are only for things. Those are coming from maybe some of our African retention things, because even the handling. Me do that how my baby running ears. The handling thing, Jerry, I grew up with that way. When you bathe the baby, Jerry, you turn the baby, you hold them by one, by them foot, and you turn them right around. And by them neck, you know, maybe it's a form of exercise, I don't know. But I did it, me just a young mother, and my baby end up get running ears.
You hold the baby by them foot upside down?
Yeah, no, you go and spin them right around like in a circle, like in a Jerry. You start with, with one foot.
That is for what? That is for what?
They call it handling because I did that in psychology.
No, what it's for? What it's for?
What is what?
What it's for?
I don't, Jerry, I have no idea. Like I say, it's probably something from my African retention, because I grew up doing that, to my babies, where, them say, maybe it's a form of exercise. Maybe somebody else might call and say, well, you hold one foot, the next foot, you're going to carry them right around, Jerry, like your handle. And I read that in psychology where they say it's a practice that West Indians do, and the psychologists, the sociologists, them put a name to it and say them call it handling. I don't know, maybe them go to Africa.
Alright, so when you hold them by them head now, you do the same thing?
Like you stretch them, Jerry. So maybe that's a way of exercising them little bones. I don't know, Jerry. I don't know. I'm just remembering these things now, because Jerry, at my age, I remember a lot of stuff. All right, back to liquor history now, when we're talking about women's bodies. You know what they did to Sarah Bartman? In South Africa, the women, they call it stereo figure, something like that, but it has something to do with storing extra fat in the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So the women in South Africa, and she had a very large amount of it. So she had like extra wide hips, and her bottom part, Jerry, was so big.
Where says she's got it?
Where
says she's got it?
Yeah, she had it. Something where had them up here, forget now, Jerry, and look disfigured and stuff like that. Because some of them move fat around now, That's what they do, to do it.
Well, them call it liposuction.
They take fat, liposuction, take fat from one part and then put it in a like the bottom area for thing there. There's a famous somebody with it. I don't call the name on a blue boot. I don't nobody come sue me.
A Jamaican or American?
Jamaican radio personality. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Radio personality?
Yeah.
You're getting warm.
Yeah. Like when we used to play the game and them.
Alright, well, cut the fluff and get to the point now.
Alright, okay, you said it all. Okay, alright. So Sarah now, Jerry had that extra amount of fat in her bottom area, right? Dairy ear and stuff. And it's like she was
it's not all of them is fat,
Is what?
Some of them is very firm.
Oh, no, but Jerry, she, at 26, Jerry, she was young and very firm. She died at 26, so from she a teenager.
Them abuse her, man. Them abuse her.
Yeah, they abuse her. Them kidnap her and carry her go to Europe. At the last we end up in France, and I thought about she sign. When in South Africa at that time, no black people had the right to give anybody no permission. White man just take you and do what they want and do with you. And then there's another part of her anatomy too, Jerry, that was a phenomenon to them. She had an extra piece of flesh covering a certain area of her anatomy, and is like.
But that couldn't tuck in.
No, Jerry, it probably was natural. Them says a natural phenomenon, like some people grow with it, some people born with it, so it can be surgically removed.
That them call spear tire.
No, spare tire when you have extra like you're fat, like you're obese, and like you probably have like extra fat around your waistline. And that means that them refer to.
Oh, them have a next thing named saddle bag.
What is saddle bag?
The two side.
Oh, the saddle bag now, Jerry, would be when you have a nice shape, Jerry, and your two hips. You understand me? Your two hips just rounded nicely.
No, not the hip, man, below the hip. The hip have an extension like a cantilever.
No.
You know cantilever?
Yeah, cantilever when you build house on a piece of...
No. Cantilever is like the stadium, the grandstand roof. We're gone way over.
That means also when piece of building hang over, that means I say.
No, it just can't hang over itself. It have a balance behind.
Yeah.
The only reason why the stadium roof could have go over curve over so far.
Yeah.
Because it have a balance behind there.
Oh, yeah, the thing them will come up, them columns there, yeah, right. All right, Jerry, but me grew up with saddleback, I used to like it, Jerry, because the hips them rounded out and so to me, saddleback was, to me, a nice word.
Yeah,
all right, Jerry, come back to Sarah now. She had this...
What about luggage?
She had this extra piece, I'm going to ignore you. She had this extra piece of...
what you say, you ignore me?
She had this extra piece of flesh on a certain part of her anatomy, Jerry. And
which part name anatomy?
On what part of her anatomy?
Which part name anatomy?
Jerry, your whole body could be classified as the anatomy, so on a certain part of her anatomy.
Yeah.
Which was the but it was the sexual organ. So them used to call it a apron.
No, I think I was nicknamed for Tommy. I think anatomy was nickname.
No, man, anatomy in your whole body, Jerry.
I mean, no anatomy.
But the biology, Jerry, anatomy, Jerry, Google it. To me, that's your whole body. But anyway, Sarah now had this extra piece of flap, Jerry, on that specific part of her anatomy, which was a curiosity, especially to the men them. And through that now, them abuse her because they say she died. People say she probably ended up dying from even syphilis too, because them used to abuse this poor young lady.
Yeah.
And then when she ended up, it first was in England and was sold to somebody that had a circus. And when she ended up in France, when she died, this man, before he dissected her whole body, but he made a cast out of her whole body, and he dissected her whole body and take off whatever part he want to take off. So they had these parts of her body in Europe in museums up to like I don't remember the exact year, but it used to be an exhibit until, like I said, people get politically correct now. So them, and South Africa, especially when Nelson Mandela came to power, they started advocating because that is how our body came back to South Africa to get to be reburied and her remains, but she was abused terrible because them have her naked, in her clothes, but she's naked just because of the body type that she had with her derriere and that part of her anatomy, which to them was like a phenomenon. And you know what happened now to Jerry? Because of the way how she was shaped and with that big behind, white woman them start get jealous now. So it now in turn brought on a fashion item into European couture, what them call the bustle, which if you ever see some clothes where them colonial women they used to wear back in the days, where you see them having clothes with how much the back part of it with a whole heap of frill on it, Jerry, and to make them get that look of
another frill get them a look. Them have a frame make out of bamboo. Them have a frame where them wear around them waist. Make out a bamboo cock off behind them, and on top of that now they got the frill and the crinoline. Another frill and crinoline make it look big. Then put a frame. Kick back.
I know, so them used to wear corsets too to make the waist get small.
Yeah.
With corset come back in now, because now it's named waist trainer. Because fashion is something that, it revolves,
It's not go revolve, it come and go.
It come and go, right? Fashion.
Well, we go around, come around behind it. And come
yeah,
back.
that's what they do. I was going to say one thing before I left. Somebody mentioned this morning about Buffalo Soldiers. Did you know that Bob Marley, if you listen to the lyrics of Buffalo Soldiers, Bob said they regarded Buffalo Soldiers as guard America, Jerry, when they were not even regarded as citizens. You understand me?
Yeah.
And and they made they had an army, and it was segregated, and they went through a lot of discrimination. The white officers never did they recognize them, so they were like separate. It's like separate infantry or whatever them call them in the army. But they went through a lot, and then they were fighting. They were fighting the Native Americans, because remember, so with the expansion when America go and take away the land them, so they used these black soldiers to fight them, and they say part of the reason why maybe they were called buffalo soldiers by the Native Americans was because black people and the hair with the woolly type of hair that we have, and the black skin, some buffaloes are black, and then the fighting spirit that they had, Jerry, the Native Americans regarded them highly because they were they fought fiercely.
Yeah, man, bring it come back tomorrow. Bring it come back tomorrow here, please.
Yeah. All right,
thank you. Have any more calling? Live chat. We're going to some live chat. Donovan Island said, no, Jerry, even Paul in the Bible, when he became apostle, was giving a speech, and he said, quote, if Christ did not die, it would not have made the whole gospel and whole book of none effect, meaning false. Alright, Kean Brown said, after all, is our idea of God anything more than personified incomprehensibility? Johnny Johnson said, there are many saints in Africa. Popes, Abunas, God, goddess who can answer prayers like Sekhmet Pita, Tehuti, Moruga, Narashima, Jarastafari. Not only Jesus Christ have not tried them now. Sean Morris said, is it that you can't fix the audio or you don't want to fix the audio? Alright, John Johnson, African saints in history, Saint Moses, the black of Ethiopia. And the African women saints answer prayers. Bevan Fairweather said, either the first man was in our likeness or we have evolved to be different likeness. Therefore, we are of our Father or here by chance, what you say. Then we all the while we have our Father, and not our mother, pure Father. Yeah, well. Anyway, Ken Wright Thomas, the breast of Jerry. Black Lion in the house up. Black Lion, okay. Bevan Fairweather. What happened to the knowledge of the first people? Is it not passed from generation to generation? And is it not the creation spoken about by all culture? Marva Valentine, the one of Bongo is the very best family. True. It's true, yet still him there on Zoom with Mars that are with Vice President. Papa show all of them. Yellow sister deal with Edgeism, say Monica Boyle, Banana, Paris. Living Florida. Why do we claim our own God? The only difference in kinds of man is physical appearance. The Ryan is a greeting about the Monday blessing. I don't know if that comes right Monday. It's a pleasure to listen to you sharing your thoughts and experiences with me. Keep up the good work. Kean Brown said, grasping at hot coal with the intent of throwing it at government only to find out that the other one getting burned by those culprit. Politician. The Ryan is a master teacher of gratitude and attitude are not challenges, they are choices. Bevan Fairweather said, all man regardless of physical appearance have the same consciousness and ability to be in the same way. In the youth, it is the use of knowledge that differentiates culture. Who are the present, who are present can only speculate or listen to the past by what is told or written or left behind. John Johnson said, humanity and society came to be civilized, but war and rumors of war prove we are still ignorant. I need to take a moral lesson from the King of Kings and the real Prince of Peace, Unital Basco said, Bongo Jerry, putting out stores into conversations with one another, recognizing the changes to be made from false representation government. Leighton Burley is telling us that the money is all over. When I say it's all over, it's finished. Yes, thank you. Perry the Pirate, so big up Never from Portmore. You heard that Cliff's dog, Matchet, died last night. It's been a somber and day for Cliff. Who is Cliff? Yeah. And also the Parkinson's disease is getting prevalent all over the world, including our land without Jamaica. Johnny Johnson said your food shall be a medicine and medicine shall be food. We made a serious try every time we put in something in our mouth, so choices will very much. The Russian embargo is successful. Because the porters say half the teachers there, so all the teachers listen from across the world. Where is it? Same thing again. Anyway, we have a skip here. The numbers are 6191508, 6191508 and 2798473. 2798473. Let's hear a piece of music. My name again, Bobby McFarren. Don't worry. Be happy. Let's hear it. Long time ago.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life we have some trouble. But when you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
Love me and make you happy.
Don't worry. Be happy. Ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile, but don't worry. Be happy. When you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. So don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry.
Yes, that's the sound of Bobby McFarren, I think. Unease. Some people would have said dis-ease because dis-ease means the same thing like uneasiness, the lack of easiness or lack of stress. No. Yeah, the lack of easiness, taking it easy. Taking it easy don't mean getting lazy neither. Take it easy anyway. We're going to go back to the live chat. Back to the live chat. Let's go. And as I go there, as I was going there, here we are. Live chat again. Perry the Pirate say, the BVI, British Virgin Islands Premier Goose is cooked. That is the guy who them said them was receiving $700,000 US. You don't put your hands in the fire. You didn't put your hand in the fire, couldn't get burnt. Ask the beer artist, must have talk about Buddha. Marva Valentine say, Tufton is not saying it because he is Tufton is not saying it because he's not a medical doctor. How could he be placed in such a position with no medical studies or experience? PhD won't. But you know, it is thought that you don't have to be a medical doctor or a medically trained person to be a good minister of health. But a lot of people think that Tufton is a medical doctor. Perry the Pirate is suggesting to Ross Paul that the set of doctors that he was thinking of is not the Hope, the hospital name. What the ship hospital ship name again? Is Hope it name? It's not the Hope ship that I was suggesting, but something more logical, more modern. Doctors Without Boundaries. There's a group of people flying. And you'd have some flying doctors one time. We call themselves the flying doctors. Doctors Without Boundaries. I think that might be just. Johnny Johnson said, people used to fight me down about you ain't nobody. You know, reach nowhere yet. Wanna to hurry come up. Wanna to hurry come up. Your fall's ripe or your what is not what them call it? What kind of force ripe. Little did they know I graduate MBBS, that our medical qualification, MD, Reverend, Doctor, BA, BS, MS, PhD, but them still faced it. Johnny Johnson say my doctor for true. Donovan Islet say, bless up Ross Paul, yeah. Yeah, the whole thing around asinine. Tackle them because greetings beyond midday, Bongo, Jerry, Bess FM, family and all on board the mix. When there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way. Positive vibes as always, respect. We have a call here. Alright, let's take this call again. Good afternoon, welcome. Good afternoon, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please. Not there? Good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, man, thank you.
Oh, go on.
But when time
sizzling, it's a sizzle.
I tell you, indeed.
Alright.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure listening to you. And, you know, may I stop people.
You put
anyway,
a bright girl, man.
Yeah, man. But, Jerry, listening to the Jamaican people for the past couple of years, especially since the pandemic started.
Yeah.
The pandemic. There's more unease, only for distress. You know, people lose them work, then get this done through with the government, then get to kind of sit in and analyze things, think, over pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think it's a great thing that the Spirit of God has been doing in the earth, you know, kind of open up the eyes of the people, because freedom is a must.
It's a great
welcome.
It's a useful experience. We wouldn't really want to ask for it, but we have to make use of it. We should.
Definitely. You know, I may call you earlier and me that getting on the FLA thing, but you know, there was a lot of breeze in my background. So, you know, we changed the area now. Yeah. And I'm just saying, you know, based off of what has transpired in the FLA, it's clear to me that both parties involved deeply in the criminality.
Yeah, man, hustling and contacts being exercised through both of the political parties.
Yeah, man, definitely. And I think as time goes by, and especially with the next election, I wouldn't be surprised if the current government win back in seat, whether them get it landslide or whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised also if, you know, about 10 or 15% of the population might vote around.
Yes, them competition is very weak, so.
Yeah, man, very.
And them enjoy that.
Yeah, man, they are enjoying it. But, you know, I think there has been a awakening, generally speaking, not just in Jamaica, but diaspora, especially black people. And we kind of see the game, and more of us have to organize ourselves.
Yeah.
So, you know, create better for ourselves and for our country and for our children.
If it's not done, you see? If it's not done, we're going to regret it.
Definitely.
If we do not get together, not everybody going to get together, but if the people who mean business don't get together, this political and economic exploitation going to get worse.
Definitely. I'm kind of watching what is going on in Africa in terms of the Chinese, the investment, and watching it in Jamaica and so on. But I want to organize myself among some others to kind of deal with our thing in Jamaica, because what affects black people in Jamaica basically affect black people everywhere. It's like them replicate, powers that be replicate what they have been for much years.
Yeah.
It's just a different variant, so to speak. But tomorrow Marie and bring it back again, and may I there to listen.
Yeah, man.
PP and P. So big up yourself, Rasta.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Keep in touch, yes, huh? Have any more? Have? Let's go.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Miss Thompson, what going?
Yeah, I almost get discouraged. I was after Marie,
Eh?
Yeah, and I was there waiting, and then I just get cut off and some have to go back on the other line.
Oh, yeah. All right. Determination,
anyway,
though.
Yeah, Marie was saying about the babies, and it's like, well, I was with my sister having my first child, and she usually is exercising.
Yeah.
She hold them by one hand and pulling them like.
Yeah.
And it's like she take a turn and go to the neck, hold the neck.
What else then?
And do the same thing. And then she'll turn them upside down.
Yes. Where she get that practice from?
I don't know. But she has a bigger sister to me. But I was scared. I was scared to do it to my daughters. I was scared.
Yeah.
So, and even like with the sons now, I make an error because I should really, turn over that area.
Oh, you mean, that's what them call it foreskin, yes?
Yeah. I was so scared that I didn't even do that.
Well, somebody more experienced, usually young mothers should seek the advice or the company of more experienced ladies where, probably walk them through them thing, ne?
Yeah. So, that was what I used to experience, and that is what usually happens. Yeah. And then, as you were saying, it's a long time, the bleaching cream. Remember, they used to have one year Ambi,
yeah.
Yeah, and I think one year Mixoderm too.
Yes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Whole heap of them, as you talk. I remember some of them name.
Yeah. So, somebody was, I think, married too. They were talking about downtown, like King Street and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I remember back then, the street, the street usually clean.
Yeah, it wasn't dirty, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you remember when those policemen usually in the street?
Foot patrol.
You
mean traffic? Yeah, stand up in the middle. Them stand up in a little island, a little raise up island like a platform. And them direct the traffic, and them have on some big long white gloves.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot to them call them point duty.
So, and sometimes them have whistle too, and they blow.
I think the whistle was mostly to make the pedestrian know so them for cross now.
Okay, yes.
All down at King Street and all about, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. So, they were all talking about our next caller was talking about the Spanish town and the garbage and the smelling and you know. So I would just remember about my nephew.
Yeah.
Before my son died, he usually come and play for his Earth Strong.
Yes.
And every time he come in put on this song. Some call it Spanish Town, a prison
over rock. Yeah, I think a John Holt. I'm not sure if a John Holt, yeah, man.
You know. So may I say, well, all the while you have to do that. All the while that song is starts with, and you know, you have more things, you know, modern song for them, you know, group, for them age then. And I don't say that wasn't good, but that was the only song he must start with and not keep on and play.
Yeah.
So I go play him and tell him to stop play that song, man, because, you know, it's not really like another younger people were saying, what are him doing? What kind of song that he must play? So it come to me now when they must talk about the Spanish Town and the garbage and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, I have some work, but I'm going to do some work now, so I'm still trying to listen.
Yeah, man, listen up, whistle and ride. I said whistle and ride and whistle. In other words, do more than one thing at a time.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, so, all right, take care.
Later, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have any more?
All right.
Any more? Next one. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Afternoon.
Wagwan.
Come on, I'll call you and verify something. Now, I'll tell you something.
I don't know this.
When you find out, tell me. Calabar, you see?
Yeah.
Was originated in Falmouth.
Yeah. A Trelawney, yes.
All right. Came to Kingston.
Yeah.
You know Wildman Street?
Yeah.
I don't say if it's the junior school or the senior school. But the back gate was at there. And the front gate upon Victoria Avenue.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now.
Then the primary school still down by Bridge, near Bridgeview though.
From which way?
Bridgeview, them on what a street the name of Charles Street, near, not too far from Kingston Technical High School.
I'm not saying about that, but listen now, watch this.
Yeah.
You know which part of the blood bank there?
Yeah, man.
All right. You know, right around here, sir, you see? You had the Calabar will leave and go away this road.
Yes.
Calabar, okay? On the road, the blood bank there. Yeah, that school named Shekola Park School.
Yes.
Okay? When you come up over Oxford Street and touch Tully Park Road, all the senior school was there. All senior school. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, it's at the junior one, did they?
No, remind me.
Matthews Lane Corner on Charles Street, back at Public Hospital. That time, Public Hospital. West Street go through Public Hospital, go to Lion Hill.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Alright, now listen, everybody's mixing up Trench Sound with Drone Sound.
I know.
Trench Sound, step at 7th Street.
Yeah.
You know, cross it.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah, man.
Trench Sound is this part, most of them you come make some board house.
Yeah.
When it came to, but the website was Drone Stone.
Government house in Trenchtown, yeah.
Yeah, now watch me now.
Government yard.
Benham Town. Because we have this thing kind of funny, you know. We have this district, and we call it district town.
Yes, on Penn.
Yeah, Benham Town, Sata Town, you know.
Yeah.
You didn't know that Tivoli was Benham Town?
Yeah.
And you know Rosetown, which was 17 bus used to park down Dove Street?
Yeah. Rosetown?
Eh?
Rosetown, you say?
Yeah.
Roast down out back.
Alright. Okay, those street and the whole of them place, them call it Rose Town.
Yeah, Harris Street.
Alright. Okay?
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah, man.
Now, Mary, this
Rima between the
Maxfield Avenue.
Yes.
Greenwich Street, Greenwich Road. White Street, which are married there.
Yeah. On White Road.
Yeah, alright. Never tell you something now. You married, say? You're married. But let me tell you how it go. The people them have colors. You used to look from black girls and black boys in school and say, anything black no good, you're too black. Then in retaliation, them used to say, black is fancy, red is corruption.
Oh yes, retaliation, yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You call that counteraction.
Good. And you run joke with Maria all the while. Hello?
Yeah, man.
Maria run joke with me and forget me.
Yeah?
Yeah. And me never know say that never. Mother was so young.
I was 78.
Yeah, I'm here 77. And she's still there here and then say I take care of her. Hello?
Yeah.
Can you remember what kind of work father used to do?
Wait, let me say again.
Portmore.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
But to me it looked like they were taking one time and I the head. We asked him to JC stand for Jesus Christ tomorrow.
Yeah.
You good?
Very well.
That's easy.
Alright, no man. Yes, thank you very much. We have any more? Alright, now go back to some live chat. Yes. Young Pressure said, blessing like always, my Uncle Bongo there. Enough love and respect. Pittsburgh in the building. Taki Lemko says, a revelation as the war in Europe plays out. All involve agendas against the other with some factual inclinations. Aren't they masters of witchcraft, of persuasion of all sorts? And Taki Lemko continue. For example, never mention about Putin's health, but nothing mention of Biden's health. Just earlier as on May 1st, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Adolf Hitler's Jewish roots. And him still continue to tackle him. That has stirred up wrath in Israel to the fact, seeing the embattlement against Nazis in Ukraine. They support, perhaps pointing to hypocrisies all over in world affairs. Simon Manley said, Jerry so corny with his unprofessional flirting. Well, one thing I'm not going to flirt with you, Simon Manley. Thank you very much. Dinatal Basco said, Paisley Road, okay, nice. Marvin Valentine said, Maria, I want to tell you the woman them all over Africa is well endowed. When I was in Ghana, I always asking the woman them what they do to get their hair so nice. And they always say, tell her to eat fufu. Oh, yes. Ricardo Porsche, shout out to all the listeners from across the world. And continue. Good afternoon, Jerry, and safe journey back home. Taki Lemko says, seriously, the atrocities committed by European upon Africans even during the chattel is very traumatic to behold. Busting, sexual exploits to emasculate, lynching, metal branding, etc. And then continue. Now some in luxury just take what happened to those before lightly. Ricardo Porsche said, thank God for life. And Taki Lemko continue that Marva Valentine. The word fufu was a part of our vocabulary in Jamaica way back in the early 1900s. Prepare just as much as the same in Ghana as everywhere. Now when them crush up and then check it. But I think it's alright now. This is a way back. Yes. Sly Slick say hello Bongo, the beauty spot which Marie spoke of is highlighted in the song Glamour Girl. Please play this song. Yeah, we have a music named Glamour Girl. We have a music paper, Glamour Girl. From way back. Glamour Girl as a Jamaican mentor. Glamour Girl. Alright, turn on that little for me now. Can turn it on a little? Yes, Leighton Verley say home over voice. Bro, Jerry, we need to speak directly into the unidirectional microphone. Unidirectional. The Natal Basco said they took sides with Wachi against Lakota Nation. The Lakota Nation. The Watisha, sorry. They took sides with the Watisha against the Lakota Nation. Read Black Elk Speaks. Turn that on. Marva Valentine said, yes, Takelemkwa is just pound cassava. Yeah, man, pound cassava. Reply to Marva, say exactly as what you mentioned. And she replied, no, in the US, that's a big requirement, Jerry. What you mentioned again? Big requirement. I kind of get mixed up with it. Yes, Simeon Pigeon is asking, Jerry, they buried Tabby a diamond yet? No, I don't think so. Because I don't even think Bonnie buried it. Neither. Marie Wilson said, Jared, I was talking about the sound. Marcia Elliott says, May the 21st, burial for Tabby. Service in Waterhouse. We'll WhatsApp the full information to Brother Jerry. So we're going to get that full information about Tabby's burial on the 21st of to Marva say I was surprised when my mother mentioned how popular this practice was in the 30s and 40s, pounding the roots together to make fufu. Yeah. And him continue. When I asked why the discontinuation of the word, she couldn't say the word fufu. And then Marva replying, Jerry, the stretching of the newborns is an African tradition the grandmothers would do with the baby's first bath, okay? It's to keep the baby strong for life, okay? And Takelemko come back in the reason and say, but I picked up that word fufu, like many more of our African heritage were ridiculed. I picked up the word fufu, yes. Yes, it used to be kind of ridiculed, of course, by so-called authorities, along with the colonial elements. Back then, why the omittance? Yes, and Marva coming in again. Takelemko. While living in Ghana, I noticed a lot of familiarity with Jamaica. I walked around just making inquiries. Was an eye-opener. Yeah, man, very much. Marie Williams. Marie said, yes, Jerry, Calabar Primary still up on Sutton Street. And Kingston Technical up on Hanover Street. Yeah, man. Marcia said, for Tabby Diamond funeral, May 20th, she correcting from 21st, 20th at 10 a.m., Walton Park, New Testament Church of God. May 20th, 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what day of the week that is, but anyway, Walton Park, New Testament Church of God. Takelemko replying to Marva say, wow. And Marva says, Jerry, the requirement for Ministry of Health, it look like it's incomplete. Anyway, we have just 1 minute left in the program. And I wanted to play Glamour Girl, but we might not be able to play it, but it does talk about the beauty spot. I don't know, that music come from the very early 1950s. One of the very earliest recordings of popular music in Jamaica, what you call mento music, Glamour Girl. Glamour Girl. Alright, we're going to leave the program today with Glamour Girl just in time. Talking about the all of the different ways how girls used to pretty up themselves way back in the 50s. Very entertaining and informative. Yes. Let's go. Yeah, them have some glamour girl in this town. No, man. Go and play, pick up the pieces, maybe come help you find
Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Here to pick up the pieces. Let the place look good, my brother. Let the place be clean, my sister. Let the place look good, my brother.
I tell you, them brain is sound. Them know the way to dress up in style. And them have them man all the while. That's the kind of girl. They call it glamour girl and that's the kind of girl that will always make them mad. When them fix them ear, them is a solid treat. You might not like it, but them look sweet. Them have one style them call coke and roll. Another one that them call drop curl. That's the kind of girl. They call it glamour girl and that's the kind of girl that will always make them mad. Them have one style that them call up sleep. One too much that them call down sleep. Them have one style that them call page wide. Another one that them call victory. That's the kind of girl. They call it glamour girl and that's the kind of girl that will always make you mad. Then them place a black spot beside them nose. Then them call that the beauty pose. And if them too black and it don't show, them put on bleaching cream as you know. That's the kind of girl. They call it glamour girl and that's the kind of girl that will always make you mad. I run cross one Saturday night. Why I never see such a pleasing sight. But when she leave me, my pub was bent. Sunday morning I pay no rent. That's the kind of girl. They call it glamour girl and that's the kind of girl that will always make you mad. Them a find something to written them lip. Them band them with kill flat. New style brazier will take care of that. That's the kind of girl. They call it glamour girl and that's the kind of girl that will always make you mad. Now listen folks to what I have to say. These country girl them have a funny way. But when them go down to walk, a jijibab. And when you touch them, them say, no bother me. But if you want to see Kingston and walk, don't hesitate to ask them what them want. A jijibab,